Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the upper grand finals, upper bracket grand finals. This is AMD SKYESPORTS GRANDSLAM Valorant Phase 1, brought to you by our gaming partners Logitech G and our rig partner Chroma, along with broadcasting partners Loco. I am Daffy, and alongside I have Fritz. Fritz, how are you feeling today?
Oh, again, I am super excited to be here. The games till now have been awesome. So definitely our expectations have increased according to it. We have another very interesting BO3 lined up for you guys between the sides of Team Snakes and Team Enigma Daffy. Now, this game
Yes.
is what we were waiting from the very beginning of the tournament. We knew that these two teams somehow, sometime had to face out each other and battle it out. The time has
Mhm.
come, and let's see how do these two teams perform today.
Absolutely. Well, as you mentioned, the top teams. One is from India, one's
Hmm.
from Pakistan. Two teams,
Oh.
definitely one of the best contenders in the region for sure. And well, both of the teams will be battling it out once again. I think it's been a
Hmm.
month now since the last battled it out. I'm not sure, but well, and well, Enigma Gaming, Team Snakes, good records in the past. It
True.
has been a close matchup, and well, considering the new patch that has come in recently,
Hmm.
I'm really excited to see how both the teams now approach each other because there's a lot of things that you have to adjust recently. And well, talking about the maps that we saw last time, Team Snakes, obviously we could not broadcast their game last time around. We
True.
had to end it at 15-15, unfortunately. And well,
Yes.
in the end, Team Snakes did come out on top, and my 2-0 prediction was correct, Fritz, by the way. I was
Yes,
very
Daffy.
confident. Yeah, and the first map itself on Icebox, I thought, oh no, I think
Hmm.
my prediction is wrong. It's going to overtime. Will this ever end? It can go either way. But in the end, it was Team Snakes that did come out on top. It was 17-15, if I'm not wrong, the score line. And
Hmm.
the next map, Breeze, apparently they were just
Wiped out.
way better.
Yes.
They were way better than Truerippers. Truerippers had it was their pick actually, and still Team Snakes came out on top. And well, talking about Enigma, Enigma only played one game, and the second game it was forfeited by Exili due
True.
to unfortunate events. So Enigma are in the upper bracket finals right now alongside Team Snakes, and we know how they have been playing in the past. And I think when you talk about the strongest map, I think you would consider it Bind. And since Hika is now back in the country, he was facing some visa issues for the past month, and now that he's back in the boot camp, we have seen the six-man roster from Enigma coming, and I think they are liking to play it that way. They are swapping out players in particular maps, and it won't be any surprise if we see it today as well. And well, because Hika is a guy that can be so good at certain times and on certain maps especially, and you don't want to miss out on that player, and you don't want that guy to be benched out all the time. You
True.
gotta utilize that guy, and well, uh, today we might just see something like that.
Oh, so some shuffle, some changes in the roster in between these BO3s. Oh, I'll be up for it. I'll definitely be up for
Absolutely.
it. Now, if this does happen, Daffy, now this will show that Team Enigma they have a very deep strategy book for themselves, and they can
Mm-hmm.
adapt at any point of time because playing as a six-man roster and including the sixth player regularly, that can be huge. That can be huge. That means your
Absolutely.
team synergy is right on point where exactly you want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
So if that happens, oh, for sure, I'm going to be up for it. But you did talk about the updates. The updates have been massive. The new patch specifically has been massive. Not in just like in terms of the cooldown that have increased on the most used controller Astra, but the star has been reduced too. Well, and that has for sure affected her pick rate in the game. But for now,
Absolutely.
let's talk about the brackets as well. How are the teams going to go into the grand finals? So still there is a way for the side of team. All of the four teams that are still remaining: Enigma Gaming, Team Snakes, Truerippers, and Team Valor. For the lower bracket teams, Truerippers and Valor, they need to continuously win it out to reach the grand finals. But for Enigma and Snakes, they still have that second option.
Well, absolutely. Well, we are almost at the end of this tournament, of this phase one at least, Fritz.
Oh
Look at this.
yes.
We just have like 4 games remaining now. That will be 4 full days of action packed. Valorant, top tier South Asian Valorant going on. Enigma Gaming, Snakes, Truerippers, Team Valor. These two teams, Truerippers and Team Valor, that are making their way from their lower bracket finals, from the lower brackets, they have been absolutely phenomenal. I am loving how they're playing, and I like how they've been approaching the maps as well. Their strategies, they have a lot of preparation. That shows that a lot of teams are preparing. They want to be the top contenders. They want to compete, and that is so good to see. And that is very healthy for the community as well. In here in South Asia especially. And well, still, it's not an easy battle. There are still a lot
True.
of teams that are still on top. And well, two top teams, Enigma and Team Snakes, they will be battling out today in this winner bracket finals. And the winner will move to the grand finals and will book
A
himself
slot. Yes.
not just yet, I think, a better chance, because you never know. You could oh no, actually, you will book a slot,
In
right?
grand finals, you'll book a slot. Yes.
Okay,
If you reach the grand
so
finals,
we will have a
yes,
phase 2 contender today, pretty much.
exactly.
Mm,
Oh,
that
that's
is-
gonna be interesting.
I just realized, interesting now, that is going to be something. So both of the teams, they actually have to give their all, because they want to book that spot and go on to that phase 2 where they'll be facing global esports and Velocity Gaming. That'll be so great to face in that phase 2 of this Grand Slam, and a massive prize pool as well, if you mention it, and that is huge. And well, you don't want to be missing out on that. And well, Enigma Gaming, Team Snakes, these are the teams that will be battling it out. Let's talk about the maps. What are you expecting, Fritz? What maps do you think can both the teams play today here?
Oh, if you ask from me, what my personal favorite I would like to see now is a map of Fractured Affy. It has been continuously banned. It has been continuously banned by both of these teams, not just one, but by both of these teams. Then it makes it more interesting to see that game. No, a game of Fracture is something I would like to see, because not only in the perspective of competitive scenarios, that how will if, these T1 players play this game out, so that we can gain some knowledge, and we, as at least me as a gold player, knows how to play this particular map in my ranked matches. Because it has been devastating to just keep on losing and losing and losing. But let's have a look. And okay, as usual,
yeah, we
Fracture
are
has
granted.
been taken down. Although finally, not at the very first time. Daffy, the first map to be banned was Haven. So it's a third map, still a progress. We might see this in the BO3, in a BO5 in the grand finals. But the map selection is as follows: Enigma versus Snakes, and the first game is gonna be the map of Icebox. We were talking about this the day before, Daffy, as well, that we haven't seen a lot of Icebox. And since that day, back to back 3 days, this is the third day we say we're gonna see a map of Icebox between Snakes and Enigma. Now, we already have seen a game from the side of Team Snakes on this particular map, but Enigma is yet to show its performance, yet to show its strategies on this new map, if I'm correct. So this game is going to be very, very interesting, followed by the map of Bind, where for me, Enigma feels very, very comfortable, Daffy.
Well, absolutely. If they have given up this map, they decided to ban Breeze. Then they're considering that Icebox might be a chance where they can take the map off itself. And Bind, we know how great Enigma is on that map. So they're pretty much going with their comfort picks and their comfort bans. And well, Team Snakes, they were pretty good on Icebox, and well, it didn't seem like it the other day when they faced out Truerippers. But Truerippers, but the thing is, Truerippers was equally as good on that map, and that's why it might have gone
Yes.
to overtime, and it was quite competitive. And well, Enigma Gaming, we know how strong they are on Icebox as well. Well, at least in the last patch. But on this patch, how are they going to approach that? I really want to see how they decide to play their controller strategy. We'll probably see a Killjoy coming. I think that we have mentioned it a lot of times. The teams have gone with their composition that they used to play before. So Killjoy has been back now. Killjoy, we can see Killjoy being back in the meta once again, in Icebox at least. We didn't really see that. A lot of teams like to play Chamber, where we have seen Team Snakes play it to perfection.
Yes.
King was so good on that Chamber the other day on Icebox especially, and we would love to see that as well. And controller, still Viper being picked, but as we mentioned, Viper's nerf. It doesn't make her a great
Yes.
of an agent still, but still it's playable. And I would love
True.
to see double controllers come into this meta. Actually, that is one great approach that people can explore and can be very effective. But I still don't see a lot of teams doing it. But we have seen a couple of teams in VCT APAC qualifiers at least that have been using
Yes.
it, and they have been doing it effectively. And I really wish teams would really experiment that, because I think that would be very effective. Double controller is something that you should try it out.
Oh, for sure. The double controller Viper and either a Numen or a Brimstone. Now, specifically, what I feel like, Daffy, is it enables you to,
Mm-hmm.
just continuously put a blocking LOS thing on the points of retake. You have that
Mm-hmm.
Viper as well, say, for example, on the map of Icebox on site A. If you talk about, there are basically 2 points where the retake can come from, excluding the flank, obviously. Is that A rafters region and you have the CT side. Now, with a Viper wall and the poison cloud, you can block those off for entirely till you're trying to gain the control of the site.
Mm-hmm.
And when you do have that control, when you have established that control for yourself, then can come in the smokes from the
Mm-hmm.
omen or the brimstone while your Viper utility is on cooldown.
Yes,
So
indeed.
that enables to just get as much space as possible on that particular side, set up your post plans perfectly, and even delay more time, because again these omen and brimstone smokes last for what, about 20-25 seconds, depending on the agent that you select, and that
Yes.
is well enough time for the Viper fuel to recharge and get back into the game. And then obviously you have something like a Sova or a Killjoy to play the post plant. So delaying, continuously delaying, is what a double controller enables you to do on maps like Icebox. Even on Breeze, this can be played perfectly. So
Exactly.
although Breeze is banned today, we still have the map of Icebox, and I would love to see a double controller coming in. But
Mm-hmm.
I still don't think that Enigma might just go with that double controller, because the lineup
Mm-hmm.
that they had, I think for them messing around with that might not be the best possible option. But Snakes, they've been experimenting. They've been playing different lineups in different tournaments. Let's see what do they pick today. But yes, King is for sure going to be on that chamber, and we will see a Jet from the side of team Snakes.
Absolutely. That's what I was thinking actually. Does Enigma actually try to experiment, or do they pick up their comfort pickup? Well, we know how they've been playing in the previous patch as well. Since the addition of Excali, especially in Enigma, they have been choosing that double controller. I mean, the double duelist actually, whenever
Yes,
wherever it's possible, because the raw aim
true.
on Excali and combined with raw fuel both on Jet or Reyna, probably it is so hard to stop. And especially Icebox, that is I think would be the perfect counter for how
Yes,
Team Snakes would like to play, as we saw the other day, where Truerippers did that exactly. One Tap God and Paradox being so notorious with that Jet and Reyna. Even on the
true.
defense, they did it so well. If Enigma can do something similar today and just pick that comfort pick, I think they can easily close out the first map. That is the pick of Team Snakes, and go on to the next map, which will be Bind. And they can just do their stuff. But
Yes,
on Bind as well, we know Team Snake is equally competitive as well, but we really want to see how they're approaching it. But the chamber, they love playing that chamber, and I think chamber can make such a difference in this uh, current meta actually, ever since chamber has been introduced. And the only teams I really see that like playing it is Team Snakes, and well, I really want to see them play that again. And Enigma, try something different. I really want to see something different, because I'm
maybe a
tired of
neon.
that normal picks. Yeah, Neon is great. Please add that. Just play something different. I'm really tired of seeing that normal picks, and I really want to see the teams try new comps and no, because that's the way you grow. If you stick to your comfort, you're not never gonna get out of that comfort
That
zone,
is
and
true.
maybe you'll never grow
Mhm.
out of it. And well, it might be very difficult to compete at the international level as well. So yeah, I really want to see it. I just hope, fingers crossed.
See, I think the first after the first game, the that
Mm-hmm.
is going to change the whole mentality of both of
Mm-hmm.
these teams. The first game,
Definitely.
I guess, how they play in the second game of Bind. Because see, the map has been picked by the side of Team Snakes,
Mm-hmm.
the map of Icebox.
Mm-hmm.
Although they were not that comfortable while playing against Truerippers. So
Absolutely.
now coming to a team Enigma, which in if you compare it with the side of Team Truerippers, they definitely have that upper hand for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Although still Snakes were able to win it out. So I guess the competition might be there, but Enigma will have a better chance of closing this map out in their favor, because the past few games, obviously before the nerf, that did not impact Team Enigma a lot because they never used to play Astra on this map of Icebox. They used to
Yes.
stick with their Viper, and they just crafted their lineup alongside of that only. Maybe
Mm.
a Reyna sometimes with the Jet, sometimes just a Jet, and they used to put up another initiator such as a Sky. So these are small things that have been done by the side of Team Enigma, but none of that included that hugely nerfed Astra, at least on the map of Icebox. So still they'll be pretty much comfortable. Yes, Viper has been nerfed a bit, but I think they'll find a way to work around. They'll definitely find a way to work around, because again, that wall is the main thing
Hmm.
that keeps the Viper going on and on. The poison cloud is usually used for the post plant scenarios where you want to go for the lineups, although they now won't hit. Bear in mind,
Uh-huh.
guys, it now won't completely kill a player and take him down completely. So that is not going to be the case. But yes, still paired up with more utility coming in from, if you
Hmm.
have a killjoy, but definitely a Sova. Those shock darts are going to be very huge, because again, the vulnerability aspect of the snake bite is still there. So you
Hmm.
will be vulnerable to that double damage that can be done to you. So yes, paired with the shock dart, it's still a great utility. It's still a great ability. And to deny those post plan scenarios, that is just something these two agents can do very, very perfectly. So I think these two agents should be a part of both of these teams, Viper
Hmm.
and Sova. Now you have
Absolutely.
that Jet. Jet should be again a very staple diet when you're trying to work out. That is exactly
Hmm.
Jet on the map of Icebox. You need to have a Jet on this particular map, and that is something I think again both of these teams are gonna have now. Now the choice of Sentinel, if
Yeah.
you add another controller or a duelist, is what might be the difference between both of these teams. So that is going to be interesting, which we might
Hmm.
see very soon. The agent select might come in very soon. But yes, agents, I think these three are going to be common. But after that, do you choose a chamber? Do you choose a killjoy? Do you go in with the
Hmm.
Reyna or put another initiator such as a Sky? That is going to be all completely up to the teams, and I'll be definitely willing to see how do they perform.
Yes, absolutely. That is exactly what I meant on Icebox. Comfort picks, couple of agents probably, and then after you experiment those and come up with double controllers, maybe double initiators, double sentinels, and well, Icebox after the recent changes, I still think the changes on B side especially, it was to eradicate the use of Sage maybe. But
Yes.
I still don't think it's still being played like that. They were hoping, the developers at least were hoping, Riot was hoping that the teams that after they have planted the spike, they would actually play around that site itself. But by the looks of it, we have
Still
seen
not. Yes.
they are playing towards the B main position, towards the containers position, and well, we don't want to keep you guys waiting. We'll jump right into the map as the match will be played on Icebox first. And I love this map actually, even after how flawed the sites might be. I still love playing Icebox, and it used to be my favorite map. It still is actually,
Okay.
but even though I haven't won a single match this act, can you believe it? I've played so many times and I haven't won a single match. It's 0% win rate. And well, I still love it. And well, looking at the team comms, well, what do we have here?
Oh, this is interesting. Team Enigma, they opt to go with a Sage, not a kill, neither a Killjoy nor that Chamber. They go in with the Sage. So yes, the Resurrection is going to be a thing that Team Enigma can depend on. But on the side of Team Snakes, they're going exactly with the lineup that they use, that they picked against the side of Team Truerippers. Shooter on that Jet, King with that Chamber, HSB with the Reyna, Soulmate with the Viper, and Shaka with the Sova. Enigma, they have the exact same lineup. It's just Antidote has switched agents with King. The category is same, the Sentinel category. But Antidote with the Sage, King on the Chamber. Let's see, will the difference be enough for either of the teams to make it through?
Well, absolutely. Well, surprisingly, even Team Snakes, they have decided to go with a double duelist, and well, that just shows that they are lacking firepower from what happened last time. And HSB, who normally is the initiator of the team, normally we have seen him play a lot of Sova. He is going to pick up the arena, and let me tell you this: HSB is definitely one of the best aimers in Pakistan. and we don't really see him on the duelist role. But well, today we will see that. I'm really excited to see how he plays this Reina. And on the other side, our predictions are going pretty well, don't you think, Fritz? They have been playing that comfort pick.
Oh yes,
Nothing,
they're
nothing,
exactly.
nothing surprising here. They will be picking that double duelist once again. Sage obviously will be played by Enigma, and Snake, as usual, don't want to pick it up. I think it gets really difficult. But if you have a particular approach on that attacking side, if your strategies are to the point of getting that side control, if you get that side control, you don't really need that Sage. And if you do get it, well, if you don't get it, then you might need it. You just get a quick plant and just play it from the back of the lines, play the lineups. Let's see how they decide to play. Well, surprisingly,
Exactly.
Enigma has chosen defense actually. They were given the chance to choose it and they chose defense. So looks like they wanna let Snakes do their job and read them out on how they are looking forward to play this map.
Again, they're trying to set the momentum, if you ask me, Team Enigma,
Exactly.
because
Looks like.
the kind of lineup that they've chosen with Antidote on the stage, you'll have a lot of thing to do while you're trying to defend, especially from the side of Excali. Because as Reina, again, we talked about this at the day before as well, Daffy. You have a Reina, you need to be aggressive even while defending. Otherwise, a utility is just completely wasted out while you're trying to defend. In attack, she's a completely different agent. But while defending, except for those layers, until unless you get a kill, that too is very difficult when you're trying to retake a side and the trade potential is high. The Reina just goes into the bin. So you need to be aggressive, get a pick, either dismiss or heal according to the situation. Pop the Empress as soon as possible, even in a 1v3 situation. Just pop that Empress, try to clutch out a round when you're playing Reina. And that is something I've not seen a lot. And neither of the teams, be it Team Snakes, be it Team Enigma, or any other team, Valor or Team Oculus 5, these teams, they do not tend to play on their ultimate staffy. They do not have that eye on that, yes, we have a SOA's Hunter's Fury, so we just need to play it quick. Let's get a plant and play post plant even in a 5v5 situation. You'll have lots of utility from RVK. Rexy will have his shock darts. That is something we've not seen. Neither Team Enigma nor Team Snakes do play according to their ultimates, which I think is lacking for now. Hope so that they do check it out in this upcoming game. Let's see how do they perform. Again, the advantages on the B side that has been created for the defenders is going to be huge. Although the lineups are already out, Daffy. I'm not sure if you heard about it. Again, the SOA is back on track with the lineup to completely clear that B Speedway region and even the backside of that yellow container with his recon dart. And let's see, Team Enigma, they are looking ready, they are looking prepared. But look at Rexy, he's just chilling. Yeah, man. I'll just as soon as the game starts, just frag some heads out and get the game for myself.
Yeah, absolutely. Players looking calm and composed, just checking their Twitter, hopefully, smiling at something, probably. We don't want to know that. Well, we can't really get looking forward to get on with this match as soon as possible. We are running a bit late, I guess, but that's all right. It's a big game, grand finals. Not grand
Gosh.
finals, upper bracket.
Upper bracket finals,
Finals.
yes.
And well, one of these teams will be going to the phase two. And well, they both should be looking forward to it. I thought Shooter wasn't playing today actually when we got the lineup for today, but he is there. So that is going to be very important because we know how impactful Shooter is on that jet. And well, Team Snakes will need them, and they want to secure this phase two spot.
Oh, let's see now. The game is about to begin. Daffy. Again, the pistol round is gonna come in. I think we're waiting for some player to join back in, and we'll hop into the game as soon as possible. But by the looks of it, that team Snake, they're tilting towards the race side. And while defending Team Enigma, they've put in two. Maybe the Sova might also, just throw that recon mid, try to get any information. If it doesn't get anything, he might also as well join his comrades on that A side. But let's see how does the pistol go, because it is a very important round if you ask me, Daffy. Pistol round is a very important round. It can unlock the next 3 rounds if you play it perfectly for yourself. Get a good pistol round in your favor with just either one or two man being down. You purchase the next one, and then the third round is again a crucial one. But still, winning the pistol definitely puts your team in an advantageous position.
Definitely, even statistically, in the last quarter, teams that have won the map have most likely won the first pistol round. That just shows how important the first pistol round it is. Even if the second one, even if they lose it, the first one is something that decides and adds on to that victory. And well, you don't want to be missing out on first pistol round, and that gives you the opportunity to build up momentum, to understand how the team is playing and how they're approaching as a team in the going forward in this particular map. And well, they should be looking forward to it. But here we are, a technical pause for it once again. You don't want to be seeing this, don't you? We want to watch the match. And well, unfortunate events probably on the side of Team Snakes. Probably some ping issues. I think we did see a high ping issue on one of the players, so they're probably trying to resolve it. It's pretty difficult playing cross countries on one server. Well, I really hope it gets resolved. Once again, guys, this is the AMD SKYESPORTS GRANDSLAM Valorant Phase 1, brought to you by our gaming partners Logitech G, our gaming rig partner Chroma, and our broadcasting partners Loco. We really appreciate them supporting this tournament. And well, it's almost at the end now. That's Phase 1 at least. Just 4 more days of action full of South Asian Valorant.
True. And again, the two teams, as you said, facing some bit issues, I guess, from the side of Team Enigma. Cannot see the Sova moving. So I guess that might just be the reason for the technical pause. But yes, again, the map of Icebox, we hoped to see some changes, Taffy, although they did not take place. But finally, the timer has been just unfreeze, and we are gonna see the pistol round. A sheriff for shooter is a very interesting thing to see, because the side of Team Snake, they usually like to play on those classic right clicks. But if you see the side of Team Enigma, they're playing 3 ghosts, so no shield for them. Again, a couple of shields for the side of Team Snakes. But this pistol is gonna be a very, very important round. They're mostly setting on that A side, Team Enigma, and that is exactly where the side of Team Snakes is trying to hit. So let's see, how does this pistol round go?
Just as we mentioned it, we are going to be jumping in the game as we see Shooter with his sheriff trying to find some heads, but no one's gonna pop just yet. And King on that chamber. I just love watching him on that chamber. And HSB is gonna find the opening for the team he's getting to. Well, here he is to make that statement that he is a very capable duelist. And well, once he has found 2 Excali with the Reyna as well from Enigma, he's gonna spot a couple of players, but he's not gonna find them just yet. King is aware of that, but Shooter, oh goodness, with that sheriff, just shoots his head out of the server. And well, RBK trying to keep their hopes alive for Enigma, but that is not going to be enough as Team Snake have taken the first round in this first map of themselves.
Snakes were low. Till Excali was there, I was like, yes, this round can still be very much possible, because as a Reyna, you can definitely go for that overheal once you get the kill, and the side of Team Snakes were very low on HP. But that not being the case, Snakes, they're able to convert that round. And look at the heavy investment coming in, Daffy. A heavy investment. HSB and Shooter, they popped those Vandals out, and rest whole of the team has gone with the Spectres. And we even see investment from the side of Team Enigma. All of the 5 players opting to go with these Sheriffs. Now, this can be huge. If they're able to hit those shots perfectly, this can be very great. But no, that's not going to be the case. King, White Swings, gets one, even the second as well. Now looking under heaven, try to find anything. Rexy might just be able to get one. He does, but Excali on the other hand is pretty low on HP, so that is definitely going to be a matter of concern. He gets spotted down, sprayed down by HSB as well, down to the remaining 2 players. And Excali, not looking the right way, gets chipped out by HSB, and now just VK left in a 1v4. Not much that he can do. He has been spotted down, he is being flanked, about he will have no information at all. And Team Snake, a good round. Not a flawless, but still, keeping 4 men alive, it is going to be a good round for the side of Snakes.
Well, absolutely. A very commanding start, if you ask me, from Team Snake. They seem very confident actually coming into this map today. And well, I think it might be a reason that there's two duelists on the team that's taking the charge. But in this round, particularly, it was King actually just putting down his rendezvous there and make sure that he checks that right corner and he gets him. It just shows that how much of a raw power that Team Snake has, and they can take complete charge if that they have that confidence. As we mentioned it, it's Shooter once again taking the charge. King does find another one as well, but Xkelly, he's there to take one down, and Rexy's there to help as well. But HSB is going to find the quick trades coming from both the teams. But HSB, oh goodness, look at him on this Reyna right now. Getting those quick trades, keeping Team Snakes in the round. Back and forth, Fritz.
Oh, the trades were there. But the point that HSB got to was the point where Team Enigma, were in a bit of trouble. But RVK manages to find a clean headshot and even manages to find Soulmate. An important double frag. Enigma needed that. Daffy Enigma needed that, because if they would have lost this round again, they would have been on the verge of an eco round. They still won't be able to buy completely into the next one, but they still get the round somehow, and a good clutch coming in from him.
Well, the clutch master for the Team Enigma Gaming. Oh goodness. Not surprising to see RBK does this very constantly. He is the clutch master for the team, and well, keeping their hopes alive. It is a disaster round for Enigma, however, even they get that round, their economy going further will not be that great actually. And the ones that will still be happy will be Team Snakes, as they will have a greater purchase going further in this round. Look at this, Rafael being caught out. They are contesting this A lobby position towards the orb. And Antidote, he is playing that Sage. And a cheeky angle is gonna find Xkelly a kill. But King does has taken down Rafael. Oh, that Aldron tag is gonna push Xkelly out as Antidote is caught off guard towards the side. But Xkelly is there still to help as he dismisses away and takes that information as well. That is crucial. But still a 3v3.
And HSB manages to find a frag. Xkelly again, he's swinging so wide. He's out of his dismisses. Not completely sure what Xkelly wants to do, but he gets spotted down by Abdur. Abdur is taking some shots. Kali needs to check many angles, many different angles, and RVK, he thought he might just catch CX by surprise, but that not being the case, he gets taken down, and Team Snakes, they jump right back into it. And just look at that. Look at the economy for the side of Team Enigma. They're not going to be happy at all. Semi-buy round coming in with not, if I'm not wrong, the Jet Ultimate is also not ready. Yes, Xkelly has his Empress, but he has been forced to pick up a Guardian, and even that he has sold. He's currently on that Sheriff, if I'm not wrong, with a half shield. So again, not the best possible start for the side of Team Enigma. Let's see how do they continue, because Snakes right now, they definitely are on a roll.
They absolutely seem to be. Well, we have seen a lot of thrifty rounds. Enigma, very capable of the same as well. Well, they're really contesting this area, and they know how important this position is. But Shooter and HSB, they are so... Oh my god, HSB on a roll. He has all that information. He has all that aim. He's gone for third. He's not aware of the fourth player. He now knows RVK does find one, but he's stuck. Yeah, towards that Raptor's position, but not dying just yet. But he has done some damage, but Team Snake will still come out on top as they take the fourth round. It was an anti-eco round for them, and well, they have managed to close it out. Well, oh goodness, look at the HSP right now. Lovely.
He's just a beast. And exactly what Arena is supposed to be a beast, that is exactly what he is doing right now. He's just popping those heads. Although a valiant effort from RVK, but the shots did look good. So Team Enigma, they still, again, they have a buy round. They need to convert this, but are they aware that Shooter has an operator? I guess he's dropped his Vandal to his teammate, to the fallen two teammates, and has chosen to go with that operator of his own. Now, if Rafael peaks, he will get taken down, and that is exactly what happens. Shooter getting the first frag, a necessary one, and again, the flush comes in onto this A side. The Hunter's Fury trying to deny some space, but HSB, he takes down Xkelly. There is the trade for HSB from Rexy, Just look at the lure coming in from chamber on this B side. It is all empty, and he's calling it out. King, a perfect lurk, a perfect maybe a backstab on the side of Team Enigma, but that has worked. Has given the whole of B side to the side of Team Snakes, and Enigma have go for that 3 versus 4 retake.
Well, absolutely. Well, what we see in this round is Enigma. They tried to change things up. They did send RVK towards A side because of the aggression that Team Snake has been showing. And well, I think Team Snake was very smart to read it out, sending King on that flank towards B as soon as they know that RVK was playing towards the A side. And well, that worked out immediately. But still, Shooter and HSB, they were getting those opening picks for Team Snake. That was so important. Well, looks like very undoable for Enigma Gaming, as Antidote is going to go down as well, and Team Snake, they're playing it perfectly. This is what we'd like to see when you pick a new map, being absolutely outplayed right now, Enigma Gaming, and well, a YB known for his right timed tactical timeouts, and Enigma Gaming, they need it right now, and they have opted for it.
Oh, Daffy, if you YB, what things are you gonna say to Team Enigma? Because by the looks of it, they're not able to hold the sides completely. Again and again, HSB just comes in, guns blazing, and he just gets those frags for his team. Just look at this HSB. Where is he playing? He's just up on the rafters, getting those picks for himself. Although it was because of that Hunter's Fury, he was able to get a pick, and Rexy was not aware about this particular player's position. But still, Team Enigma, till now they haven't got any answer. Even the round that they're able to get was on the back of clutch that was made by RVK. So
Well,
Enigma, they're right now in shambles. So what will you say to them right now if you're YB, Daffy?
they just need to work on their fundamentals right now. It looks like they are not communicating well enough to trade out equally and actually come out on top. And well, they do need the operator, I believe, and Rawfield needs to move forward and save for that, because they need that opening picks. Because Shooter and HSB, they are being such a pain right now. They are getting those opening duels. They're winning every duels that we have seen,
Yes.
actually, and that is the problem that Enigma is facing right now. So they are contesting A, which is good, but they need to do it smartly. They need to deny information. They need to isolate those fights in those corners, and that way, if they trade out on top, that is the way they can counter Team Snake. Well, this is an eco round for them. However, they are looking to save for that operator, hopefully for Rawfield, as the loss bonus will be there to help him out. And well, Shooter, I think he did spot one player towards that Rafters position. King usually on the lurk on this map, gets stacked down to 49. I'm not sure Soulmate's position is known though.
Even this close corner for X-Carry can be huge if he's able to land the double headshot. He does. He does land that headshot, and from behind comes Rawfuel with the backup. He hits HSB in the head and manages to get the frag. Antidote swings wide again, gets another pick for himself. Oh, these magical timeouts. These magical timeouts, you beauty. YB calling the shots. And by the looks of it, Team Enigma might just be back into the game. Rawfuel gets that pick onto Soulmate. Even shuts down Shooter. A thrifty round coming in for Team Enigma. Finally, they have an answer. But again, Snakes, they went in slow. And that is not their strength by the looks of it. Going in slow is not what they do the best. I guess a burst again towards the A side is something we need to see Enigma defend against. If they're able to get that in their pocket, then I'll definitely say that Team Enigma might just be able to get back into this particular game.
Well, it does look like it. Well, that tactical timeouts did get into the heads of Team Snake, because whenever you take a timeout, you really expect something like a set piece coming from the opponent team, and Team Snake were expecting that, it looks like, which suggested their slower approach. And well, they have been punished for it. The trades, the isolated angles, that is exactly what we like to see from Enigma. Taking those greater treads is gonna help win them the round, and they have done so well. Right now, Team Snakes once again playing it very slow.
Oh, this cheeky angle. And you know, I was just waiting for it because he had a gap on the right hand side as well, right, Daffy? I was about to say that he might just have an angle right in front of him, and he definitely had it, and he manages to get that first frag. Opening duel in his favor. Snakes down a man. Not completely sure. Team Snakes were they taking it slow because walking fast in the safe side seemed to work out for them. Again, RVK will catch Shooter off guard. He was trying to just sneak in. He just gets taken down as well. Even the Viper on the side of Snakes is pretty low on HP and no healers on their side. HSB trying to do what he does best, just get into the side and frag out of his mind. But meanwhile, Soulmate, he's trying to sneak in. He's trying to sneak in, but Excali is ready with the position. He's ready with the refrag. And just down to the two-man standing. We might have a post-plant scenario if HSB decides to go for the plant. Although Abdur, he has managed to get one of the players down. Now VK, he's just making sure that he gets some frag of his own, but he doesn't. Abdur, he sneaks down, gets that frag onto RVK, and a retake situation for Team Enigma.
It's still a 2v2. Hunter's Fury available as well as the Resurrection on Antidote. But HSB is in a very good position. The Resurrection is going to come in. He's going to find one. And he does tag down Excali down. And the Hunter's Fury being invested as well. It's going to tag Rafuel. And he is going to be taken down as well. Oh my god, Fritz. What was that from Team Snake? They pull it back.
A 2 versus 4 round Daffy. A 2 versus 4. Not sure why RVK did want to peek in that particular position. And how did he not hear? They were just, rotating towards that left hand side. Oh, this was a blunder from the side of Team Enigma. This should have been their round, the way that they started it. But they somehow in between fumble a few frags here and there. And Team Snakes, they come back. They get the round. Although economy won't be a matter of concern since they were able to get around. And Rafuel, he's in a cheeky position. Although he left it out. The outrun is going to spot him down. But he's going for the repeat. He is a madman. He's going for a repeat. And HSB is ready with the Lear. He spots. Oh, did he even spot HSB? Because he gets the frag. Oh, the fake smokes are there as well. He's just playing his little mind games. He might just be able to find a second one. And he still has that tailwind available. With Antidote looking at his back, he just needs to see a single angle. Shock darts, snake bites, everything possible being flushed on him, but he misses a shot. All the Enigma Antidote is ready with the refrag, but Soulmate, he just triples up and brings it down to a 2v2 scenario, Daffy.
Well, back and forth from both the teams. The trade game is strong from both the sides. It is all a matter of who makes the most mistake here. Well, and Album is definitely going to spot both the players as Rexy is going to try to find them with a shock dart, but look who is on the flank. It's RVK. He finds Soulmate, struggles onto Abdur though. Abdur's 30 HP, barely survives. Now against Rexy. In a 1v1, there's still 30 seconds on the clock. It's going to quickly rotate off. I'm not sure Rexy is aware of this, but he's long gone.
The only thing that can work for Abdur right now is to get the better of Rexy's timing. Timing is the only thing that you can beat Rexy on right now, but he's on the chase. Abdur, he's not going to expect Rexy flanking so very quickly. Or is he? Headshot. Not going to be possible. Abdur, not ready for Rexy in that particular position so early, so quickly. And Rexy shutting him down. Enigma, they get that third round for themselves. A much needed round if you ask me, because they had heavy investments in this particular round. And if they would have lost it again, they would have been forced to an eco round. But that does not happen, and Team Enigma, they get that round for themselves. Although the trades were there back and forth, and Rafuel missing a shot in the mix, Daffy. It could have costed them huge, but it did not. And Team Enigma able to come back into the round.
Well, absolutely. Team Snake, they were aware that Rafuel, he hadn't used his tailwind that could have suggested that he might still be in the corner. They were even trying to clear it out with the snake bites and shock darts as well, and they were ready for it. And well, I'm not sure if Rafuel will have the operator this time around, because the economy will be pretty tight on both the sides now.
Let's see, Shooter, he has popped his ultimate out. That is the only thing that he has to play with. And King, he spots one pair down, but Shooter trying to connect a shot doesn't. And Rafuel manages to find King, although Shooter, he just flicks onto Rafuel, gets that pick for himself. And HSB in the meanwhile has been able to create some space up kitchen. And there is no utility, nothing at all for the side of Team Enigma to suggest Where are the players of Team Snake in that kitchen region? Meanwhile, AVK is still controlling the B halls. Still trying to make sure that they have this particular site under their control, this B site. Another Viper Split being utilized, this time inside kitchen from the side of Team Snakes. Now, this is a very interesting Viper Split because it has not gone all the way onto the site. Not completely sure what the side of Team Snakes is trying to do right now, but meanwhile, Rexy has been able to find Shooter. Oh, this recon could have been huge, and it is because Rexy falls down to HSB. The recon revealed his position, and the frag is theirs. But still, you do not have the site control for yourself. Excali with that Empress activated, he can just activate, go for the frag anytime soon. But the cover is there from Soulmate. Soulmate gets a double. He shuts down the side of Team Enigma and even triples out. Team Snake somehow, even after having no control whatsoever, have been able to put that round on the board.
Well, big smiles on Soulmate as he is the man that takes 3 kills in that round. He was so ready for Excali to push once the spike went down. That just shows how aware he is on about the map control that they have, and he was so sure. And that follow-up kill on RVK, and then being aware that Antidote will be pushing towards that kitchen as the Viper Pit was down. That just shows that Soulmate was the MVP for that round at least. Well, Team Snake 7-3, very comfortable lead already, as they will be looking to take this round as well. As Enigma, they won't have a greater purchase. They will be on some pistols. Oh, King needs to be very careful. He didn't have the rendezvous set up for him, which asked him to be careful, but Rexy and Antidote, they're gonna find two-man advantage for the team, and RVK, he's gonna spot players cross towards B. Soulmate, he's rushing towards this B side right now. But Team Snake, they need to be very careful, as the information has already been relayed from RVK towards his team. Snake wants to clear out some angles. RVK deciding to actually contest that.
Wanted to just surprise. I think he just wanted to surprise that particular player. He thought that the snake bites might give him a false sense of security, but that security was given to Soulmate, who in turn gets taken down by the Hunter's Fury. And bear in mind, Shooter is super low on HP, but Raw Fuel not checking the angle. King, he manages to find a double, but finally goes down to Raw Fuel. But he gives a chance to Shooter to get this 1v2 under control. Shooter, he has been spotted down. He's very low on HP. He should not fight this angle. He does, but Rexy takes him down. Shooter was trying to be aggressive. He was trying to show the superiority with the Vandal. But the information was there for Team Enigma. They again come back into this round with nothing but just pistols, Daffy. Just pistols is what is working for the side of Team Enigma.
Well, I think they should just decide to play those pistols now. They have been getting it consistently.
They should.
And well, going further in this round, well, still no operator on Rafiel. No, he will not decide to do it, as he'll stick to that Vandals, all 5 Vandals on the team of Enigma Gaming, whereas Team Snake now, they seem to be struggling in that credits department. Spectre and a Sheriff on 2 of the players.
Oh, a walk down the B hall, a walk down the B tube, and it results in Rafuel getting that early frag. Was an important one, but Antidote. He gets caught while trying to fall back. He gets the wall down though, so will definitely prevent some time if I'm not wrong. But still he goes down, and Snake, the man that they lost early in the round, the numbers they do get equalized. And King once again with the 2 the force is just making sure that there is no informational peaks coming in from the side of Team Enigma. They are regrouping on the safe side. This is where they like to hit Team Snake.
And that's what we have seen initially in the first half. And well, just be charging along with that Empress. He's gonna spot Excali. He's gonna be there to trade Soulmate immediately. And well, still a 3v3. And the ultimate's still available on King.
Going to be an important one. Oh, but HSB, he was trying to jump up, but he just gets taken down. He does not aim properly, and Raw Fuel, he spots King down as well, gets the better timing, and gets the frag for himself. This might just be an easy defuse coming in, although up there, he's just trying his level best. He gets Raw Fuel, and even has the angle on the diffuser. And now the Hunter's Fury, he popped it out. He gets the first shot. Oh, but the push is coming in from RVK. RVK is just holding him down. Beautiful play. Beautiful play, Daffy, coming in from RVK over there. And he manages to get the 5th one for the side of Team Enigma. Much needed rounds in the later stages of the half. And Team Enigma, they still keep it competitive. After a 5-1 5-1 loss streak, they're able to get back into the game.
Well, absolutely. Keeping their hopes alive, at least in this map. It is the map pick of Team Snakes. They were looking very dominant early on in this map going forward. And well, later on, after that tactical timeout, it just seemed like Team Snake were already shook. And they started taking that passive approaches, playing that slower pace in that attacking round. That might have given a lot of space to Enigma Gaming to actually get back that grip into this game. Well, still not over yet. Team Snake still have the lead, and we'll be going into the second half where Enigma Gaming will have that attacking side now. And Rexy will be leading the charge with the Aldron as King. He's found Raw Fuel. We all know how Raw King likes to play in that unorthodox positions with that chamber, and he's found the first success for the team once again. Look at this, RBK. Oh goodness, he's gonna spot a lot of players towards that middle position that were trying to wrap Enigma towards the B side. Well, Fritz,
Again,
look at this. They are just pulling it out.
Somehow they're getting back into the game, and RVK even manages to get another one down. He is not leaving this A side for himself again. Oh, he spots one. He gets another one. Has spotted down HSB as well. Tries to throw the snake bite and get away, and he's able to do that as well. But HSB is not going to expect this reposition. And RVK just playing his mind out. Gets a 3K in the round. And Team Enigma, somehow, even after not getting the first frag, they're able to get the whole round, Daffy.
Well, I don't even know what happened in that round particularly. It was RVK that lured the whole of Team Snakes towards that A side. And well, Enigma Gaming, they didn't even have to take that put that spike down. They just picked them off one by one afterwards. And well, closing that second half pistol round for themselves. They will be looking to tie the score in this round.
Let's see again. Oh, this recon is pretty interesting. It gives you about all of the location if someone's holding outside A. This is a great recon, seen it for the first time. But meanwhile, King trying to, just get those headhunter shots connected, but unfortunately he won't be able to. And the spike is going to go down with the wall there. Rafael just holding a close angle, making sure that no one contests after this particular plant. But he needs to make sure that he gets away safely, because getting this round should be their priority. But meanwhile, Shooter manages to find the head of Antidote. You need to be careful. And Soulmate, he was waiting for the late lock coming in from Enigma's player and HSB. Shooter, they get those picks for themselves. What just happened, Team Snake? I guess there is some technical issue, but here we go. Shooter, he gets the final pick as well. And Team Snake, they get that eco round, they get that thrifty for themselves. Daffy, this is all again the same things that was done by the side of Team Enigma in the later stages of the half. Snakes, they come in strong, they come in hard.
Well, I'm not sure what exactly happened in that round. Looks like Team Snake's 4 of the players have disconnected. Even after they won the round? Interesting to see that. And well,
I guess Shooter did the heavy lifting. That's why they were able to get the job done. But I guess something has happened, Daffy. Will definitely come back. I guess some server issue might have taken place in the particular round over there. But yes, we were witnessing the game between Team Enigma Gaming and Team Snakes. So Team Enigma, they were beaten up pretty good in the early rounds by the side of Team Snakes. But they are back into the action. They are back into the game. And let's see how do they continue. They were able to get the first pistol round. Not sure if this round gets to be counted or not, because there were a lot of issues that we did see on stream. So would love to see if this round gets replayed, or will we start from somewhere middle in the game. We'll have all the answers to your questions. But right now, Team Snakes versus Enigma was a close match. Definitely indeed, Daffy.
Well, it does certainly look very close up until now. It's the scoreline is 8-6 now. It's still Enigma losing that second follow-up round after that first pistol victory. Is gonna cost them a lot. And how do they actually decide to come back with that? Maybe another tactical pause that might actually, set off Team Snakes like it did in the first half. And well, some technical issue. Hopefully, we are trying to get and resolve it. And well, talking about both the teams approaching this map, seems very based on those initial picks right now. Both the teams very strong on that mechanical aim, and I think they are very much relying on that as of now, because we haven't really seen something fancier, very tactical approach as of now. And both of the teams playing on that information, that those initial picks that they're getting, and well, they are definitely capitalizing on that, and they are getting those rounds up on board.
No, I'm not completely sure, Daffy. Why did the side of Team Snakes, just stop abruptly with their A rushes? They were
Yeah.
working so perfectly. They were getting those frags. They were again and again winning rounds. Not the rounds were never close. Every time that they hit that A site hard, they were easily with at least 2 or 3 players still standing were able to get those rounds for themselves. But then they go for that slow approach where they try to, just make sure that they keep in the pushes coming in from the side of Team Enigma in check. And I guess that is where they started to lose those rounds for themselves. It could have been easily that 9-3, 10-2, or even an 8-4 half for them in their own favor. But instead, they played it slow. They played it like Team Enigma wanted, seemed like. And Enigma, they're very comfortable in that. They're very, perfectly composed in those kinds of plays where you play slow, you try to get those picks for yourself. That is something Team Enigma does daily. You will be countered very easily from the side of Team Enigma. They were facing a lot of difficulties while you were just pushing in. One thrifty comes in for Team Enigma, and Snakes is completely a different team. This is something that concerned me a lot, because now you don't have a very comfortable lead to play in while you're trying to defend. And Icebox, as such, if you play it correctly, the attackers do have that slight advantage over your defending half. So for sure, I would like to see how does Team Snakes, they come and defend, and how do they play this defensive half. But by the looks of it, they should have been able to get a few more rounds for themselves on the board, Daffy.
Oh, absolutely. We just heard from the production team that it is a server issue, actually, not the players. Well, I think recent week, Mumbai servers have been facing a lot of issues, forcing the players to actually get out of the game itself. And well, as we look forward to resolving it, all we can do is talk about both the teams and how amazing they have been playing as of now. Well,
Oh,
even if you
again,
talk about the
yes.
second map, Bind,
Hmm.
if this map is so competitive, we all know how Bind can be. Both the teams are very good on Bind as well, and very excited to see Bind as well.
Oh, the game of Bind is definitely going to be very, very interesting, because again, you have those teleporters and Team Enigma. Specifically, I would like to see how do they prepare this particular map of Bind, because they've been playing it against the side of Team VLT, against Team Global Esports, which if they win this BO3, they are going to face these teams again, and they had to. They usually play those Astras.
Hmm.
Now Astra not being in the competition, what is the adaptation, Rafi? Because I would love to see that double controller being played on this map of Bind as well. It has huge potential, if you ask me, the double controller for on this map of Bind. If you talk about the A side, you can just split it in half using that Viper's wall, and then smoke out even A Heaven to enable those A shower lurks, because they make a huge impact later in the round. So double controllers, they definitely set up your team for success, but then you'll have to lose one duelist for yourselves as well. You cannot play that double duelist composition if you go for that double controller. Or if you're someone like Global Esports, then you definitely can. Then you can definitely experiment with such things, because they have a very weird lineup on the map of Bind, but it seems to work out for them. But now with Astra being nerfed, will we see some changes from both of these teams? Is the main question. But meanwhile, the game is ready. We will hop back into it with a scoreline of 6-8.
Well, thank God, because this match is getting spicier every round now. 6-8. Enigma losing that follow-up round after winning the first round of the second half. Oh, that is going to cost them a lot. And well, Team Snake again. Look at the investment. They're going full in. They don't want to miss out. They want to carry that momentum. And HSB so aggressive and dismisses right on time. And well, he did not spot Antidote there. And Antidote, he is gonna punish him instantly. Well, still. Oh, look at this lurk from RVK. He's already lurked up from mid towards the screen's position. But is he aware that is one more player around the corner? It is going to be Soulmate. He takes him down finally. He's gonna fall back and wait for backup. He's already tagged now with 38 HP.
SP definitely is going to be a matter of concern, but not looking the right way. Meanwhile, Rexy on this B side manages to get a frag. But now this will activate Soulmate. This will definitely give Soulmate the hint that he needs to push. He needs to get the frag, and Antidote, he is just falling back. He is just making sure he gives nothing at all to Soulmate. Rexy from behind. I guess some issues definitely are coming into the game, which we're not able to see. Looks like Antidote is back. Something good for them, but Snakes again. I think so. They're facing some issue. There is some issue with the server, guys, and we hope so we get it fixed as soon as possible. But again, the round might just go in the favor of Team Enigma. Team Enigma might be able to win that round for themselves because the spike is just gonna go and detonate. But yes, Team Enigma, they get the 7th one. Snakes again. I think so over there, if I'm not wrong, HSB also faced some kind of a network issue, Daffy, because he was looking the right way, but as soon as he spotted Antidote down, his screen was just completely stuck.
Yeah, might be the case. Maybe. Oh, this is troubling. This is so sad to see both the teams on such a neck-to-neck battle right now, and such technical issues arise. That just discourages the players as well, because you know they're trying so hard to win this match, and being limited by that network issue just pulls you down. Well, hopefully it gets resolved properly this time, so that we can get on with it. Because I'm not sure if they will decide to replay that round, because might be an early network issue as well. But I think Enigma will be given that round, as they did win. And the lurk from RBK, just genius, coming at the right time and putting that pressure towards that A side. Just managed to take that round for themselves. Well, as we look forward, we can continue our discussion about how Bind would be like to play it. Well, if you ask me, I would stick to the composition that we used to see before on Bind. Double controller meta was a thing from a long time ago on Bind, especially with that Viper being implemented, and we used to see a lot of Brimstone and Astra as well alongside Viper. I think it's still doable. It just gives you a little space than you initially have before in that patch. And well, again, teams, let's see what they decide to play. Actually,
maybe I think we have that server issues, and I hope so we'll get that fixed. And as you said, Daffy, this time properly. This time it gets fixed properly is gonna be the major thing that concerns us. But yes, the way that the side of Team Enigma was playing on this attacker side, again, this is a second round, Daffy, that we saw previously, that RVK was allowed to lurk up mid. And that too on an eco round, where you need to just watch each and every angle and make sure that just have information about the players, about their opponent players. But RVK, again, just being given that freedom to lurk up mid, get that frag, create that ruckus inside. Even though he was not able to pick the Viper inside, but he was able to create such a ruckus that the rotations had to be called from that B side. Rexy found a easy frag on while his opponent was trying to rotate back towards that A side, and made it into 1v2. Although the result was not completely discovered per se, but still I think that the side of Team Enigma, for the side of Team Snakes, I'm so sorry, to stop these lurks it should be their priority number one. These mid lurks, this can basically create havoc. But this is what happens, right, Daffy, when you don't play a Sage. You have 3 different angles which can be utilized by the attackers to exploit this mid region. And you're being aware about all of these 3s without a sentinel, that has utility to place down, you definitely have a chamber, but its gadgets can be broken down, and you'll get information for a very short period of time. You cannot stop your opponents if they break those trademarks of yours. So not having a sentinel like Sage, it is going to be very, very difficult for the side of Team Snakes to control that mid region of the map and shut down these lurks coming in from RVK.
Well, absolutely. We were just getting started with that second half, and I would really like to see how RVK decides to play this Viper after the recent patch, because there's still a lot of less space that you can actually lurk up as the poison cloud, and when you put that wall up, there's 50% more reduction in that fuel, and well, that gives you less space to lurk up as well. And well, I'm really excited to see how RVK likes to play, because we know how great of a lurker he is, how much information he can gain when he plays alone towards the other side of where Enigma really likes to play. Well, quickly looking at the highlights. I was just loving how Team Snakes was playing in the beginning. So aggressive, giving no space to Enigma to even counterplay there. And both the teams, they were trading it out, but it was in the end Team Snakes coming out on top every round up until that tactical pause. That just put a tactical pause to on Team Snakes on how they were playing. They just started to play it safer, because they might have thought that they might be putting out some strats and do some set pieces that might actually catch them off guard, and they were just trying to be careful, and well, they were punished for a couple rounds there, and the momentum that they were gaining, it was just gone later on, and we did not see that aggressive Team Snakes again in that half. This is the round that it went all south for Team Snakes. Well, it wasn't a disaster completely, but everyone was caught off guard, and well, they capitalized on that and they pulled it back. Otherwise, it could have been an easy dominating half for Team Snakes. They could have gotten 9 rounds or possibly even the 10th one. But yeah, Enigma just pulling it back. That magical tactical timeout that just helped them so much and make that first half 7-5.
Again, we saw that round, right, Daffy? That the round where it all fell apart for the side of Team Snakes. But if you ask me, that was just a single round. Even after that, they could have tried that strategy at least once. Because as soon as they slowed the pace down, they tried to cut their pace and play it a bit slow. Enigma felt comfortable. Enigma were very comfortable with them playing in such a scenario. Again, this round did go the side of Team Snake, but it was all because Soulmate was able to clutch out a 1v3 situation for himself. But after that, it was just all Enigma. Even though the frags went out the way of Team Snakes, at the end, Enigma was able to, just get it back in their favor and get the rounds for themselves. So this is something I was very upset with from the side of Team Snakes. I would love to see some different plays coming in from the side of Team Snakes, but not in this way. Because what seems to be working for you, the thing that was getting you rounds, you just stop it out completely, was not the best possible decision according to me, Daffy.
Well, it did look like it, but the thing is, Enigma changed a few things up that put Team Snake, and they discouraged Team Snake to push towards A. It was putting RVK towards that A side, who can have such a big impact with those utilities, and it can hold off aggression. And that was the counter that Enigma had. And well, we are back in the game, and a quick shot from Rawfield up drafting and just finding Soulmate off guard, but they are going to be on an eco. Team Snake. A shooter. He's found 2 with the Marshall. How is this guy still alive?
Oh, he has 24 HP still left, and that Marshall decides to go with the Blade Storm. A bit ambitious, if you ask me. If you had that HP, you definitely can afford the Blade Storm, but right now was not the best possible time to pop it out. Meanwhile, King, did RVK spot the gun barrel? Is he aware about the double push that has been thrown in by the side of Team Snake? RVK, he's looking to swing out spawn. But is he ready?
Oh my
Is he ready
god.
for HSB with this off angle? I think so not. RVK is still just very much holding. The spike is not under their control. So that is something that they need to be careful about. But RVK gets one. But King, he gets the trade instead. But is even Team Enigma very informative about the spike, that they don't have the spike under their control? Because still Abdur, he has managed to get that rifle back for himself. And King with the 2 they force. He's making things a bit more difficult for the side of Team Enigma. Excali with the Lear should be able to find this frag, but he isn't. He has not been able to get the frag. Now comes the peek from Excali. Excali, he gets that pick for himself, but now King, just look at the perfect reposition from him. He knows that the side of Team Enigma, they need to come onto this A side to get the plant. But do they have enough time is the main question. Oh, the trademark.
My god.
The trademark. That
What a
perfect
genius.
positioning of the trademark. They just slowed down the whole push. And Enigma, they just lose out the round because of the time. King, you beauty. The mastermind behind that play, and he just gets his team the whole round, Daffy.
Oh my god, I cannot believe this round that came into it. King, oh, he is definitely the king of that round at least. And what a beautiful play coming in from quickly repositioning. And luckily he has 2 trademarks available on him. Even if one of them got destroyed, there was one that caught them and just slowed them down by a second. Just a second. And they got that round. Wow, that should not have gone that way. Considering their purchase into the round, it was a half buy round for them. They did not have the superior weapon either. We'll consider that a thrifty round for them. And well, thrifties, they still come from the side of Team Snake as well. Well, looking forward to this round. The lead 9-7 for Team Snake. A slower approach coming in from Enigma Gaming. Very slow round, but the Aldron's being invested is going to find Abdur. Kelly is going to be the one. And that is the first man advantage. But Antidote.
Oh, the timing.
The timing is just not great for either of them. How do they work on this now? Soulmate, he's going to find RVK.
How much damage can King get from there is the main question. He gets 1 Rexy, but Antidote, he gets King instead. Now, because of that timing, Enigma is still very much in control, if you ask me. They still have that advantage. But again, this push coming in from HSB is something Enigma might just not expect. The Viper's Pit had been put onto this A side, but Excali, he had the spike. Again, not the spike again, because now you just have 25 seconds to work with. Enigma, they're in a lot of trouble. They're in deep trouble. Antidote gets taken down. It's all down to raw fuel. And I think saving might just be a better call, but Raw Fuel gets one. With just 10 seconds on the clock, HSB is running for his life. He knows he's got the round. He knows he's got the round. Not the second time. Come on, Team Enigma. This is now how it goes. Oh, this is just so heartbreaking for the fans of Team Enigma. Not sure what they want to do till the very last second. And once again, they just lose the spike. The spike playing the games against Team Enigma. That's just unfortunate, Daffy. That's just so very, very unfortunate.
30 seconds left.
It's all about the mental game now. It looks like the technical pause might have gotten into their heads now. And, well, by the looks of it, it's just not looking great for Enigma right now. Making silly mistakes. And the way Team Snake are punishing that, it's just so great. And, well, they have taken the double digits now. Well, Enigma, if they want to do something and make a comeback in this match, this is the round that they should be taking. As the contest for the B-main control is there. King takes one down, but I'm not sure if they are aware that a couple of players have already made their way towards that kitchen position. Oh, Shooter! He was aware of that, but he's not aware that there might be another player as well that might be looking for that trade. RVK is already lurked up towards that defensive spawn, but Soulmate is very aware of that. And, well, how the reads on Team Snake, they look like the better team right now. And Enigma Gaming, they are just falling apart. Picked off one by one. The resurrection does come in from Antidote, reviving Excali. Shooter needs to be bigger. Oh my god, how is so good? How are these guys so good at holding those angles? And look at those headshots coming in. Not missing a single bullet. A flawless round from Team Snake, Fritz.
Oh, this was just insane. This was just insane. And played it out perfectly. Not completely sure about the resurrection in that round when you're in a 2v5 scenario with nothing at all to work with. That is something Team Enigma went with and it did not go their way. And this is something that they should be now concerned about because that is going to be the 11th round for the side of Team Snake. And Enigma, they just have 7, they need 4 more, and they don't have a buy. This just might be match point for the side of Team Snakes, Duffy.
Oh, absolutely. Rafael with the Blade Storm this time around. He is looking for some picks towards that middle position, but he's not gonna spot anyone yet. But Shooter in a very good position. Oh, Scally, he was not ready for that. Did he not hear that glide coming in from Shooter? He knows he has tagged one player down as well. The trade was there for Enigma Gaming, but they do not have the side control as HSB and Soulmate. They have found one each. And Team Snake, oh goodness, Team Snake, they are looking very, very controlling and very dominating now and looking to close out this map. This is the map pick. And Soulmate, what an angle, so aware of those, and he's gonna find RBK as well. Almost whiffing that bar, but he is gonna take that 12th round for Team Snake. That is the map point. There it is, the first map, and they are looking to close it out.
Team Snakes, they come in and they come in hard. The defense that they have right now is just looking unbreakable for the side of Team Enigma. Now they do need to get 5 more rounds back to back to just compete against this particular team, which is looking super difficult if you ask me, Daffy. The buy rounds, it hasn't been convincing. The 2 rounds that will definitely come back and by the side of Team Enigma, if they lose this BO3, are going to be the ones that they did not have the spike. And meanwhile, once again, Abdur and Shooter, they start things up in just perfect fashion. A 3v5, and what better they could have asked for. Rexy, meanwhile, managing to fight Abdur, but just look at the HP Excali is left with. Not a lot is going. Okay, he's going to be healed by his Sage, but this push from the side of Team Snake is just going to be very unexpected. Although the trades do fly in the favor of Team Enigma, and they somehow are able to salvage themselves back into a position of a 2 versus 2. How do they play it out from here? X-Carry spots the player down, but Shooter still manages to get the frag without being even his HP. He is still full HP, and Rexy, which is 35, needs to get a 1v2 clutch to make sure his team has another chance to play with. Shooter not checking the angle. This is huge. Shooter gets taken down. Now King in a 1v1. 8 HP that he has. The shock darts are still available for Rexy. King, he's hiding behind the green boxes. And oh, Rexy gets the timing. Rexy gets the timing. He might be able to wrap around. But King is aware. Okay, the King is aware, and King will manage to find the headshot. He will close it out. Team Snakes, they get that first game for themselves.
Well, what a match coming in from them. Well, Team Snake, in the end, finding their grip back and looking like it is their map pick, are going to be closing out that map for themselves. Well, Team Snake, this is looking different. This is looking good. This is the Team Snake that we will love to see. And Enigma Gaming, it seems like they have been caught all off guard going this map. Well, it's still not over yet. It is a best of 3, and this is the upper bracket grand final. So both the teams, they are definitely trying their best to secure that spot for phase 2.
A great game, Daffy, coming in from the side of Team Snakes. We were a bit concerned. We definitely were a bit concerned when the side of Team Snakes were leaking rounds while they were trying to attack, but they still are able to make it out, and they're able to get themselves back in control and get their map pick for themselves. Truerippers, they felt a bit more comfortable on this map against the side of Team Snakes, but I guess the change that they brought in, Daffy, the Reyna pick, is something that has helped them a lot in this map of Icebox in terms of aggression while they're attacking. They get those 7 for themselves on the board, and even while defending, Reyna, we expect generally a Reyna to, just push in, get those frags. But for the first few rounds, HSB was not that great. But as soon as he started, just pushing in, he just took that A main control back and forth because there was no one to watch that particular thing for the side of Team Enigma. They just get caught off guard. Double pushes coming in out of that A region. That is something Team Enigma never expected, and they were caught off guard twice because of that. They lost the spike, and they lost by time, and even a round they lost because of a trademark. That was just insane. That was just insane from the side of Team 6. I don't know how did he have such quick thinking, but he was somehow able to get the round for himself.
Well, unbelievable. A couple of those rounds that might have shaken Enigma
True.
completely. Maybe that is the reason that they could not really come back into this round instead of the technical pause that might have come in. And well, it's just unbelievable sometimes
It
not being
is.
aware of where the spike is, and well, that might have just cost them this map at least, but they still have hope. They can completely reset. These other teams that are very capable of resetting their mindset going to the next map. Well, it is going to be Bind, which is the map pick, and we might see a roster change. I mean, they're playing five at least. Enigma Gaming. We know how they love playing that six-man roster right now since
Yes.
the return of Hika, and we know how Hika is great. We normally see him play Sage and all towards that Bind, and well, we might see the same. And really hope.
Maybe Raze.
I never know. I think both the teams might still play the pretty much the same. Looking at how they approach Icebox, looks like they might stick to what they
Okay.
were normally playing. So yeah, you never know how they would like to play it. Raze would be great as well, but we know Xkylie is there as well to play that agent, and
Yes.
Rofil will probably stick to that Jet. We don't want to give him on any other agent because
True.
we know how impactful he is. And well, Bind, really looking forward to it. The first map did go to Team Snakes and Enigma. They are looking to make this a reverse sweep, hopefully, or maybe it might not be. It might just
A
not be their
2-0.
match. You never know.
Oh, the map of Bind is gonna be interesting. It is gonna be interesting because right now the side of Team Enigma, they're in shambles.
Hmm.
Not completely sure, but they need to come back mentally from this particular game. But right now, we all will be heading to a short break. Till then, you guys do enjoy the highlights, and we will be back with the map of Pine.
Enemy removed. Opponent killed.
Shot down.
Your duty is not over.
Nowhere to run.
One enemy remaining. Yikes. 30 seconds left. See nothing. One enemy remaining. Poison's gone. Grounded. Copy kill. Hoops. One enemy remaining. Spike down B. Headshot.
Shot down.
Going up. Poison orb emitting.
One enemy remaining.
Well, you tried.
One enemy remaining.
3 gone. Too far. I'm too far.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. From the short break, we are back as well. And well, we have the scoreboard in front of us of the first map. Well, Fritz, it did not look like it would be this big of a gap on the score line, at least. And well, up until the first half, it was 7-5. It was just 5-7 for Enigma, and they seem to haven't gotten the first round as well. In the second half, they got the pistol round, and well, afterwards, we just don't know what happened. It was all Team Snake just stomping on from the defensive side, actually.
Oh, exactly. From the defensive side. And as you even saw in the highlights, the 2 rounds that definitely would have, just brought down the morale of Team Enigma. Those 2 rounds were just devastating. One of the rounds just being taken because of a very brilliant trademark that was placed by King. And then again, Excali being caught with the spy trying to rotate onto that B side. So that is something Team Snake definitely did perfectly, and they were able to get that map of Icebox, but now it's done. Enigma, they do not need to overthink this out. Now they need to focus upon the next game, Daffy, the next game of Pine, which is their pick for everyone's information. That is something the side of Team Enigma has picked up. So now I would love to see how do they perform on the map of Bind, because again, the mental pressure is going to be huge on them. If they lose this out, they'll be pushed to the lower brackets and they'll have to play another BO3. More importantly, win it to move to the grand final. And Team Snake, they have that upper hand. They're one step closer to the grand final, to getting qualified for the phase 2. Let's see if they're able to do it or not.
Yes, absolutely. Well, Enigma Gaming. This is not something that Enigma fans would be actually expecting, don't you think? Considering the last matchups that they have faced in the VCC especially. And well, this map going around. Well, Icebox, Team Snakes. The new Icebox, I would like to say it. The new Icebox.
Oh yes, the new Icebox.
Going
Team
towards
Snakes.
Team Snakes. Even though it feels like a small change, it is actually huge, actually, to be honest. The B side completely being revamped. There's so many new angles, and well, it does not look like it's making a big impact, but it definitely is during that post-plan scenario and that initial round if B main is being contested, and it's lovely to see both the teams adapting to it. A lot of good battles going on. Well, the first map did go for Team Snakes. Next up is Bind, picked up by Enigma Gaming. Defending side will be picked up by Snakes this time around. They will be on that defense, and well, I would love to see the chamber come into play. Maybe even a Euro. Please play that Euro. Someone needs to pick it up.
Let's see. Oh, for sure, for sure. Euro is again an agent that Edge would love to see, guys. Edge would just kill to see a Euro being played. Although, it has just been played once by Binks, if I'm not wrong, from the side of Team T69. The second time is yet to come. Come on, Team Snake. You already got that first game in your bag. Let's make it a 3-map series. If you want to pick a Yoru, let's do that particular thing. But yes, for sure, I would also love to see a Yoru Daffy, because again, the map of Bind will support Yoru perfectly. You have that fake out. It can go through the teleporter. You have double TPs. You have the double teleporters that can work for you. Throw it through the TP or go for those fake teleports, fake plays that you try to make up with a flash. You yourself go in as a fake Yoru sometimes, and if it works out for you, it can be completely flawless. So these are some things I would love to see if some of the one of the teams from either Snakes or Team Enigma picks up a Yoru. Although highly unlikely from the side of Team Enigma, but maybe just 1% there's a chance that Team Snakes might just come in with the Yoru pick and surprise all of us. But yeah, I'll be super excited to see how both of these teams go ahead in the map of bind. Again, we might see a Jet. We should see a Sova as well, Daffy, because these are the two agents that will be very, very much required.
Definitely. Well, as we mentioned, Bind and Yoru would be really great. We haven't really seen in official matches Yoru being played either, and when it does, it's probably in a third-party tournament. And well, Yoru, especially on Bind, actually that teleportation, that fake outs, it's just it adds up a lot. I really wish that team really experiment this, and maybe we tend to wait for the top tier teams around the world to actually try it out and play that out, and so that we can learn from it and then implement on our sides. We are not really known for experimenting it ourselves. I'm not sure why. We should be taking that charge. If you ask me, we should be the ones being that creative heads and influence the whole world. Actually, I'm just being very dumb right now, but yeah.
I mean, that should be the case, Daffy, because even if you look at it right now, we do have some, picks coming in. Neon was first of all picked by
Yeah.
Excali, although a third party tournament and not still a trend. But I would love to see something happening from this Indian region as well, because creativity is something we still very much need. Just playing on those old basic lineups, playing on the old basic strats, trying to copy, the European meta or the North American meta. But when will we see the Indian meta coming in? That is something I still pose a question. When will we see a South Asian meta coming in where the opponent teams, they need to specifically sit down and figure out a way to counter that particular thing out? So this is something I would really love to see. That can all start with a map of bind and you picking some different agents.
Well, absolutely.
Go with the Neon, go with the Euro, as you said. Neon is something I think might be valuable on maps like Fracture and Breeze, where there are huge rotations in play. But for a map like Bind, you definitely can go with Euro. You definitely can, try that particular agent out. We have seen a bit of Sky, we have seen a bit of Sova, we have seen a bit of Breeze, we've seen a bit of everything except for Neon and Euro being picked up on this map. And maybe if we see Team Enigma picking it up and winning it out today, maybe they might just be the trendsetters. But let's see if it does happen or not, because I'll be very excited to see some changes, except for those boring lineups, as you said, Daffy, some boring lineups that have been continuously being picked by the teams, just trying to play exactly the way that they usually did and not changing anything at all.
Well, absolutely. Well, we just want to decipher some of the plays, the unique plays that might come with that different composition. Because we know pretty much how they play it with those default lineups, the normal lineups that we would say. But
True.
I wouldn't really be surprised if both the teams will go for that comfort pick. Because, this
They
is
will.
a tournament that they want to make a spot to that phase 2
True.
Grand Slam. And, well, this is the opportunity for them. Because the winner of today will be making their way towards that phase 2, where they'll be facing Global Esports and Velocity Gaming, both top teams of South Asia, battling out at the APAC qualifiers this time around. And unfortunately, Global could not make it further from the play-ins, but kudos to them. They played really hard, and we are always there to support them. And I think it's only one way for us. There's only one way for us. It's going up. Every match that we play, every tournament that we play is going to help us in that experience region, and we will do something for sure. And well, it's still not over for Velocity Gaming though. Out there at the playoffs, they are on the group stage, which will likely start at the 16th of March. I'm not so sure about the timings and all, but yes, we are looking forward to that. And well, for now, it is the other top teams from South Asia battling it out, Enigma Gaming and Team Snakes. Next up is going to be Bind, where Snakes will be starting on the defense. So, talking about the team comps, what do you think? Double controller, probably, again. Viper. Brimstone, maybe, because I think Brimstone is very much preferred by Team Snakes, at least. And even an Astra is still good, as long as you queue it up with another controller. Those four stars might be a bit disadvantageous, but the utility even if you don't decide to use that Nebula, the gravitational well, and that stun that is on the side of Astra is very powerful, taking that initial control of sides, hopefully, or even putting a halt to an aggression. It is very handy. And well, I think we might not be surprised actually seeing Astra come into play along with Viper and Duelist. A lot of
Yes.
teams do like to play double Duelist, or even the Soul Raze actually. I think Raze is very effective on this map with the amount of choke points there are, and the amount of nuke damage that you can do with the paint shells and the boom bots, and even the satchel. Even if you put a full damage the satchel, it does 50 damage, which is a lot, putting a crack to that shield. And
Yes.
well,
I mean,
very effective.
I would love to see if we see an Astra with another controller. Another controller, by that, obviously, we have to consider that it will be a Viper. Because you cannot play Astra and Brimstone or Astra and Omen right now. Because again, the utilities won't just complement themselves. So that is something we need to see if Viper and Astra gets played. And this is a combination that might just work on every map. You swap
Absolutely.
out a Sentinel instead of a Viper, but then you have to play it to a very, very specific role. And especially while you're defending, you'll need to be careful about flanks if you switch out for a Sentinel, is the main
Absolutely.
thing that I'll be very, very concerned about for any of the teams that does switch him out. And even while attacking, you need to be careful about the flanks. So flanks in general is going to be something that even on this map of Bind, we will have to see how the teams hold. But here we are. The game is about to start. Let's hop into the beautiful map of Bind. Let's see what it holds for us.
Well, absolutely looking forward to it. This is the upper bracket finals between Enigma Gaming and Team Snakes, battling it out for a spot in phase 2. We'll still have to face it out in the grand final of this phase 1, but still, whoever wins this is going to secure that spot.
Alright, so let's see the beautiful map of Bind right now. Just look at this B side. Again, small few additions in this map as well, Daffy. These boxes have been changed. Previously, it was a long box where, except for a Jet or a Race, and even sometimes Omen, nobody could have stood up. But now we do have the agent select as well. Let's have a look at that. Enigma, they're going with a Brimstone, a double duelist with Hika on a Sage, and X-Carry playing that Raze. RVK, who used to play a Sentinel previously, either a Cypher or a KJ, now is going to show us a Sova. From the side of Team Snakes, Shooter again with the Jet, no surprises there. King with the Chamber, HSB with the Sova Soulmate this time, although previously played Viper, this time on the Killjoy. And Shaka with the Brimstone. This is an interesting lineup, Daffy, if you ask me, because Team Snakes, they haven't done hugely different, because we still see the double Sentinel coming in with a single Initiator, which will definitely put them on the back foot when they come out to attack. But on the side of Team Enigma, their lineup is all about attacking. They have a double duelist and they have that SOA to set things up. So let's see, Team Enigma, they also start on the attackers half. How do they get the momentum in their favor?
And well, we did mention it. They like playing the 6-man roster around, and Hika is going to be playing this match on that Sage. As expected, we know how great of a agent he can be on that Sage. And double duelist, no surprise there. RVK, however, on that Sova. Why? I'm not sure why. I think Rexy is great on that Sova. If you're deciding not to play that Viper, I think Rexy can be a good swap out, but let's see. I think RVK is going to do something different on what we normally see from Rexy. Antidote. Both the teams actually opting for a single controller. That's a little change up, but as long as both the teams are on that single controller and that Brimstone, it's going to be fine. And well, looking at the line of Enigma Gaming, it does look very attacking if you ask me. Very aggressive.
Meanwhile, the pistol is going to start. Oh, raw fuel. Just look at raw fuel, Daffy. He's going in with a shorty. Oh, this can be great if raw fuel is able to, just dash into you, always probably he's going to do. Although he will be met with a trademark and even the Killjoy's bot as well. But let's see. The push is going to come in on this A side. The dash comes in. You hold control already established. But now the nano swarms and the turret is gonna be the matter of concern for the side of Team Enigma. By the looks of it, turret, it has been completely destroyed. Shock dart being lined up, although not in the perfect position. Soulmate is trying to go for the retake, but the spike is down, and a 5v5 retake is on the cards, Daffy.
Oh, definitely Team Snake. It seemed like by the positioning they wanted to play this retake. They were aware that it might be a A-side hit, and now the counter utility, the post plant coming in, but Raw Fuel is ready with that shorty towards that U-Haul, denying any entry. HSB is gonna find him, he's gonna trade him out, but Shooter, oh, he has found antidote. He's aware that a couple more players as well. He has the information, and he's bailing out. Hika has been spotted, but Shooter! Oh my god, he's going insane. The quick trades coming in from Team Snake, as they will be taking that man advantage and will be defusing that spike. What a turnaround of events. So quick, so hard to keep track of it.
Oh, perfect usage of those brimstone sky smokes. The taps were there. It always forced the players of Team Enigma to, peek that angle and get the frag. I'll still say Shooter. These shots were just insane. RVK, he needed that frag over there, but Shooter, he just kept on just going and going and going. Gets a triple for himself.
He just didn't stop spraying.
Oh, he
that
did
ghost.
not.
He
Never did. He was just being pinched from 2 angles and still was able to find both of the frags, Taffy. That was just huge. That was just huge coming in from Shooter. Meanwhile, once again, Raw Fuel with the Marshall not being able to connect anything, and King just teleporting out, just rendezvousing out of that particular position, but just getting the team that advantage that he had, and Shooter also chiming in, gets that headshot onto Excali. This round just looks over until unless we can see some heroics coming in from the side of Team Enigma.
Well, they are not on that greater buy though. However, they will be looking forward to do some economical damage, but I'm not sure. Team Snakes, by the setup, looking at the positioning, they are not ready to just do so. There's so much B control right now that they are being forced towards that A side, where Soulmate will be waiting with that Killjoy utilities. I think the Killjoy on this map is a great pickup going against Enigma, considering they have the double duelist, and it suggests that they'll be very aggressive on that attacking side, and Soulmate's Killjoy might just be the greater answer for them. Well, Soulmate, he is gonna spot Hika. He has probably heard Rawfuel as well. He's being very safe, and Rawfuel, he's just gonna find one, as that is gonna be it, as Team Snake will be taking that second round for themselves and going forward.
A good round being played. Perfectly played. The anti-eco had to be there. The strategies were there, and they did not lose much. Just a single Spectre, which they'll obviously be able to, recover, because this is going to be a bonus round. They're going to play it with the Sheriff and some Spectres on the Shooter. Still has that Vandal saved. But Raw Fuel, he's just going in close. He's just making sure that he, gets that charge. If he's, okay, he just swaps it out, or is he just going to play with the charge? We'll see about that. But King, okay, King is gonna make some things, make things a bit more interesting. But Shooter, he manages to find a frag onto Excali. That is just huge. Enigma, oh my god, that flick. They were not expecting that at all. Team Enigma, early man down in the very beginning of the round.
And well, that is the beauty of that A-short position. Without that Owl drone, and we see a lot of teams playing Sky as well, especially to use that Trailblazer early on the round to stop that aggression. Well, they have been punished for that. Enigma Gaming taking very slow towards B this time, where Soulmate will be waiting once again with all his utilities. Well, he's gonna be spotted from Raw Fuel, but by that time, the rotation is gonna come in from the teams. And the trade is there, however, but that barrier orb is going to deny the entry towards that defending spawn. And look at this, King, very aware of RVK's position. Or he's just assuming that RVK might be there. But Rawfield is picking, he's picking him off one by one.
He's just cleaning the site. He's just cleaning for him. He's just making sure that no one stands on that side. Although Team Snake, they started off the round pretty good. But at the end, Team Enigma, they were able to control the damage. They were able to control each and everything out. And they get the round for themselves as well. Good dash coming in from Raw Fuel. He knew that there has to be a player that is under tube, and taking him down is going to be priority number one. And then find few more shots coming in from Raw Fuel over there, and the closure from Hika. A good round indeed. And Team Snake, they do lose the first one, but Anyway, it was a bonus round. They shouldn't mind that a lot. Shooter, once again, playing it a bit aggressive, trying to get the headshot. Now he's out of the tailwind. Better get away, because Excali is gonna throw a paint shell and he gets away. He will get away. And RVK, the left hand side has not been checked. Rafuel, is he aware? Oh, it doesn't matter because
no.
Shooter has been able to get the frag. This can be used, but no antidote. He checks the angle and even Excali chimes in for a frag, and Cali, he just satchels out, gets up there as well. This might just be another Enigma round.
It does look like it. Well, Enigma just changing that pace up. The aggression, the control Team Snake is trying to get in the beginning of the round, it's just not working out for them now. Shooter.
Enemy remaining.
Next Cali, oh, with that paint shell perfectly placed, is gonna take HSB down and put Soulmate
Placing alarm bot.
in a position where he has to save this weapon for himself. Not looking
A
great.
difficult situation.
Enigma Gaming, they are probably going to play it safe and not push for this towards Soulmate, so they can build up that economy for themselves, because it's very important on that attacking side, especially that you build up that economy and build up that momentum and take as many rounds as possible on this map of Bind. Defensive side is very tricky to play. If you don't play it together, if you don't play that trade setups properly, it is just going to be a big disaster. And that's exactly what happened in the beginning of the round towards that B long. Just left alone, picked off one by one, and the man advantage just was gone, and it's just very difficult to retake that afterwards.
Snakes need to be careful, Laffy. Snakes need to be careful because right now, if they lose many rounds in quick succession, they'll be quite behind in the game, because again, they do not have that double duel is set up to get things started. But oh, huge recon coming in from Enigma. They spot 3 on this B side and they instantly hit the reverse gear and run towards the A side. They know that there might be someone aggressive either playing a shot or playing a shower, and they need to be careful about that as well. But I still think Team Enigma, they have that upper hand in the round just because they had such great information, and even the weaponry from the side of Team Snake is not that good.
Oh, absolutely. Good reads coming from Enigma Gaming and working towards it. But, well, look at Soulmate. He was towards that A since the beginning, and he had wrapped out from the showers position. And RVK, he loves playing that lurk positions. He is ready for all the lurks as well, and is such a specialist that he can be aware of the lurks that might come to him. Well, King has already found 2, and Soulmate, he's gonna find RVK as well, and now it's just down to Hika in a 1v4. The spike is however down, the bomb ticking down. Hika playing around this side smokes. He's gonna spot King, he's gonna find him, but the defuse is already coming in from up there, and the spike going down, and a thrifty round, Fritz.
It all started with the frag that the player that had aggressed a shower got. He gets the weapon and he just makes sure that RVK is completely out of that particular round. He made sure that RVK has to stay out of the situation, and then inside, somehow Team Snake are able to, just get those frags in their favor. One by one, the side of Team Enigma, they fall, and Snake, they put that third one on the board. Now they're trying to go B long, but they'll be met by an operator. And if they're not careful, Shooter might be able to get an easy frag. The old drone is going to come in. This gets broken down. Enigma, this should be well enough for you to not peek that angle without any kind of utility, without any kind of flash, which you definitely don't have. Let's see if they do. Rafuel, he's just holding that long angle, inviting Shooter to push in. If he does, he might just get headshotted instantly. But the timing. Oh, how can the timing be more better? Rafuel just moved and he gets the frag anyway. They were so ready for Shooter to push in. They basically read him like a book. And Team Enigma off to a great start in the round.
Launching smoke.
The complete mind games coming from both the teams. It just looks like both of them are very prepared. And the ultimate coming in from the side of Enigma Gaming to clear out that U-Haul's position, but that Nano Swarm is just gonna deny and buy some time for Team 6 as King. Well, he is on that flank. He's gonna go back immediately because he does not wanna. He has leveled the scoreline, the man advantage, but HSB. Oh goodness, he's found two, crossing back towards that A shot position. The spike is however down. He's gonna invest his Hunter's Fury as well as he tries to clear out some angle, but he's not gonna find anyone as Rawfuel and Excali, they have found one each, and Excali using that showstopper is gonna find HSB, but Abdur still in a 1v1. Sky smoke down, he's gonna try and stick that defuse. But, oh, Rawfuel, he's not aware. He needs to start spraying, and he is not spraying at the right position as Abdur is the pro here. Pros don't fake it. And, well, no way that round went to Team Snake. They had no control, but HSB pulling it back. But it was Excali pulling it back again for Enigma Gaming. Back and forth from both the sides, both showing that they are so capable. And they are not ready to give up yet. But Abdur, the gut play.
I'm not sure how did he stick that Daffy. It shouldn't have been allowed by Rawfuel over there. In a 1v1, you need to push. Now it's a 50-50 because he can just tap and swing out wide and take you down, or he can stick it in the smoke, and either of the way you're gonna lose. So I think that in situations like this, you definitely need to either spray or push. That is your main choice. And Rawfuel didn't do anything. He sprayed in, but it was a bit too late. Meanwhile, Shooter manages to get a frag, although Rawfuel is present over there with the trade. He was quick to get King, so it will definitely even the things out. But Abdur manages to find Excali, although the revival is there for the side of Team Enigma. So they can definitely get one of their players back into the game. But it is going to be very, very difficult, although RVK manages to find that headshot onto Shooter. Orbital strike being invested by the side of Team Snake. They get nothing from that strike. They just are able to make sure that the hookah might just be clear once again. But HSB, what is he doing? Again, some issues coming in, I guess. He was revealed twice. And Eka is just standing over there. I guess again, some technical issues coming in for the side of Team Enigma because they're just standing. They're just standing in their places. And this just might be another Snake round.
This is so unlucky, unfortunate to see. Both the teams, it looked like both of them faced some issue, but, well, the clock seems to be running out. It will run down, and the round will be given to Team Snake. Wow, that is so unfortunate to see. Both the teams, this round was very important for both the sides, and, well, Enigma Gaming are not going to find the better of it, and, well, the server issues still persist. I really hope they switch the servers and play it somewhere else.
That might be true. That might be true because, again, this happens in the second game as well. This is something that should not happen this much. But anyway, Team Enigma and Snakes, they're again at it, back to back. And for now, the Team Snakes was in lead and they'll get another round for themselves, Daffy. But Enigma, they're not looking that comfortable while attacking. Yes, they've been able to get those 2 rounds for themselves, but the double duelist setup needs to get something more. Because when they come out to defend, yes, of course, the side of Team Snake, they do not have multiple duelists. But one just might be enough if you're able to play it out properly. So Team Enigma, they need to be careful. They need to get 4 to 5 rounds at least to, be in this game. Otherwise, it just might be a 2-0 in the favor of Snake, Daffy.
Well, it just might. It looks like Team Snake, they are very prepared, and by the way, Enigma Gaming is approaching as well. That was initial picks, especially in the last round that we saw how Rawfuel was holding that angle towards that B long. It's completely read by them. It's like they're prepared. They know, they have done their homework, they have done their VOD reviews, they know how Shooter likes to play it. The early drone being denied, that suggests that an operator might be around the corner. Because you don't want to be giving that information to the opponent that you might be walking to that operator. You need those free kills, right? But that denying coming in, Enigma Gaming, they immediately knew. And the timing, as soon as Shooter started pushing, he almost had that angle, but Rawfuel decides to reposition himself. And he had the idea where the player models will give him the better advantage, and he took him out immediately. This shows the preparation that both the teams have done going in this map. Both the teams have played a lot of bind that gives them a lot of space on surprising their opponent. Well, one way to surprise them is playing a different comp. But, well,
oh yes.
And, well, in that, especially that round, the bonus round, that is a round that I really wanted to talk about. And the early aggression from Shooter that got the man advantage for themselves. And immediately Enigma, the shot call coming from Antidote, hopefully, they rotated towards that B, and it was all down to Soulmate. So they were very aggressive towards that A position, but if you're leaving B, you should leave B in a way that you can retake. And Soulmate was in the site itself, no position to retake. So it was a gamble that they took, and they were punished by it. Soulmate could have easily set up the same and just played somewhere else, maybe towards that defense position or even the elbow position, and try to survive as long as possible and wait until the backup. But he was in such a position that he had to take some fight, and he would be easily sandwiched, and he was punished towards that round. And well, that bonus round did not come through for them. Well, just figuring out some plays that could be worked upon, and both the teams, well, they're doing pretty much everything that they can do to take this match. Well, as the technical issues are being persisted, as a resolvement is coming in, the players are joining back in the server. Remake will probably happen. Remake as in the round. Oh, what was the scoreline? I'm not so sure.
4-2. Might be 5-2. Not sure about. It'll all depend on the result, if I'm not wrong. And if I think they'll consider the round as well, right?
They will.
So Enigma, they were not able to plan the spike. So might be a 5-2 scoreline in the favor of Snake. And all of these technical things seems to favor the side of Team Snakes anyway. One round, it was just a single round that they were not able to convert. But other than that, Snakes they seem to be comfortable with all of these timeouts coming in their favor. But then again, just look at these lurks from the side of Team Snake. They've been playing defense so good that there was no answer for the side of Team Enigma. Now, Abdur, as soon as the showstopper had popped, according to me, Rafiul should have aggressed forward in the side to at least take a trade of the player who takes down Excali, because obviously after showstopper, the players just try to kill Raze as soon as possible to deny any kind of more damage. So that is something I was a bit concerned that Rafiul, not playing that trade game with his teammate. If he would have done that, the smoke wouldn't have been popped. The HP was not that great on Abdur, but he still was able to just clutch out the whole round from that particular position. Yes, till now, the side of Team Snake, they have been very, very comfortable, and Enigma, they're struggling a lot, Daffy.
Definitely. Well, as we still wait for the players to be back on the server, it is looking pretty good for Team Snakes, at least for now, on this defensive side, because they want to be getting all those rounds possible. They do not want to be making any mistakes, because when you go on that attacking side, you will have to rely on those initial picks. They only have Shooter as their duelist, and only one Sova as the initiator, no Sky either. There's 2 Sentinels being played out, so by the looks of it, they will have to they will be struggling probably on the attacking side, unless they have a lot of strats that can easily get them those rounds. So, but still, you will be looking forward to getting those maximum rounds as much as possible on this defensive side.
Oh, let's see how do the side of Team Enigma, they'll need to come back into the game, and how do they do that. But till the players they do reconnect, Daffy, let's take a very, very short break. Till that, you guys enjoy the highlights, and let's see and wait and hope that we do see another good game without any server issues.
Enemy down.
Grounded.
Teleport's gone.
So
One enemy remaining. Spike. Blocking sight.
Defeated.
Blocking sight. 3.
Farewell. A fine death. Already.
Bye. One enemy remaining. Do not fight. See ya.
Enemy down.
Precise. Message. Grounded.
Teleport's gone.
So close.
Here comes the fight. One enemy remaining. Spike. Blocking sight.
Defeated.
Blocking sight. 3.
Farewell. A fine death. Already.
Bye. One enemy remaining. Do not fight. See ya.
Enemy down.
Precise. Message. Grounded.
Teleport's gone.
So close.
Here comes the fight. One enemy remaining. Spike. Blocking sight.
Defeated.
Blocking sight. 3.
Farewell. A fine death. Already.
Bye. One enemy remaining. Do not fight.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the AMD SKYESPORTS GRANDSLAM Phase 1 of this Valorant tournament. Well, we are going to be back on this upper bracket finals. Second map is the map pick of Enigma Gaming. Team Snake leading the series right now, and well, 5-2 is the scoreline. And well,
Revealing
we
area.
are going to be back in action. Well, a bit of a default play coming from both the sides. Very passive, trying to gain some information. But the teams are not going to get some. And Shooter, look at this. How is this guy so confident? Just now he heard that Boombot taking that hooker control, and he's going to walk into it. He was so aware of it. It's like Enigma Gaming, they have done complete homework on Shooter at least.
Oh, they've been catching him every part of the map, at least on this map of Bite. On Icebox, he was still very, very cheeky. He was taking some different angles and not ready for the players of Team Enigma. But on this map of Bite, they seem very, very comfortable. Meanwhile, Enigma, they've been able to take the side control for themselves, and Hika even managing to find a frag onto HSB was just trying to walk out the out of the sky smokes. But the main problem for them, they don't have that hookah control for themselves. Meanwhile, King, not aware about Antidote's position, gets taken down. This should just seal the deal for the side of Team Enigma. This should be the third round for them. Abdur and Abdur and Soulmate, these are the two players standing right now. Soulmate, he is just waiting for Abdur to either jump out or at least give some kind of information. Soulmate, he spots one, he spots a second and takes both of them down. Antidote, he gets one, but the spike is not planted for them. Oh, Soulmate! Another one tap coming in from this guy. The recon is there, but the spam isn't. RVK playing it out perfectly. Oh, but Soulmate, he's taking it out. He's taking it out, but RVK, he walks out, he gets the frag, but it was too close to comfort. Therefore, this round could have been in the favor of Team Snake in this particular game because the shots that Soulmate hit were just insane.
Just looks like he is in complete form even after that technical break there. Soulmate, look at that cracky aim, and this follow-up was just great. The spike wasn't even planted, but RVK just being very aware that the defuse was happening, and he pushes, gets him off guard. And well, Team Snake, even very close to closing out that round. Enigma Gaming are still gonna come out on top and take that third round for themselves. And oh, look at this towards that B long position where King is so aggressive. He's already gotten some control. And look at this. Excali trying to contest that weapon. Not because they know the credit situation is not so great on Team Snakes. And he's going to fall back immediately. Hoping Shooter might push him again once again.
Oh, but Enigma, they're a man down. They need to be careful about that. They do have the resurrection available, which I think Heka might be very interested to use it to get his comrade back into the game. But the question is, will he be able to? Oh, this round is gonna be very, very interesting. Excali is still with the paint shell, but if you look at this, there are 3 players still on this B side. They know that the side of Team Enigma, they have a tendency to come back to this B side. Although this time, they instead are focusing more on this A side where RVQ has already positioned himself showers.
30 seconds left.
But Team Enigma, they need to check this left-hand side corner. They do not. And they are punished for that. Soulmate, he gets a double before being taken down by Antidote. But the push is there. Team Enigma, now they need to definitely commit on to this side because there are just 20 seconds left. But the option for teleporter is still very much available. Although RVK, he spots one down, takes him down as well. Oh, the shot gets missed because of King. King, if he had hit that shot, it could have been the round. But instead, Team Enigma, they turned it on its head. HSB with 1 HP. What can he do right now? I think nothing at all. Because Team Enigma, from scrapes, they're able to bring this back. They're able to bring this round back to its life.
HSB with 1 HP, still keeping the hopes alive for Team Snake as he is looking to spam through that box, but he's not gonna find Antidote as well. Well, Antidote was still in that corner, and Enigma Gaming just barely bringing it back. What a round, actually. If you look at it, the early pick off from King, which was of Antidote, that just put a big hole on Enigma Gaming. The controller, the sole controller of the team was down, and you know how difficult it is to get into the site, especially in that attacking side, through that when you don't have that controller. And well, and I would really like to mention the play from Soulmate. He used his nano swarms to say Enigma Gaming that they have no information about A side, and that made them think that there will no one be in that cubby, and he displayed it to perfection. He got 2 kills off that, but that was pretty much it. And well, going into this round, Shooter already finding Excali.
Oh, Abdur, he even doubles it up. Although RVK is present with the trade. But Team Enigma, they're in a lot of trouble. They try to come out. Heka gets one, but Abdur again with the trade. Antidote comes out of Hooka, gets the frag, makes it a 2v2, forcing out the rotations from the side of Team 6. The spike is going to go down, but there are no ultimates to play with for the side of Team Enigma. And this, Daffy, it can be scary.
Revealing area.
Definitely scary, as the lockdown is available on Soulmate, but there's not much control and information from both the sides actually. And look at this, They are very aware, Enigma Gaming, that a lockdown might come into play, and that is why they are contesting this elbow position. And well, they are going to walk into a crossfire setup from Antidote and RVK. Smartly played from Enigma Gaming, and they are gonna secure that 5th round for themselves and tying the score line.
5-5. Around that they were not able to get. They're trying to compensate for that, Daffy, and they've been able to do it perfectly till now. Team Snake, they need to tighten up their defense because Enigma again and again, even after giving the first frag, they're able to come back into the round. Now this is something that Team Enigma, they need to be careful about. Early frags, okay, he's still winning the rounds, it's all good, but you need to make sure you don't give these early frags so very easily. Meanwhile, Raw Fuel, he just picks the head out of King. Enigma, Hika does the same, although Shooter, he shoots a knife right into the face of Excali and takes him down. Enigma, they need to put a stop to their attack. They need to reconsider their options. Meanwhile, HSB, he was holding the perfect angle for Hika, but instantly just drops out, throws the recon, gets a bit of information that yes, there is still a player out a shot. Meanwhile, a good play coming in from the side of Team Snake. If you look at the minimap, they're regrouping outside a shower and trying to take control. They're trying to push in, trying to get anything that they can. But meanwhile, now Abdur, he's just all alone. Might just get taken down. He spots down Antidote, hits him once, but that's just gonna be it. HSB, he needs to be ready. There are 2 players coming his way. Hika just goes for a jiggle peek and makes him miss the shot. Enigma, they use the teleporter trying to come back to this B side, but Shooter is present over here with his Blade Storm. Enigma, you need to be careful because Shooter is just shooting out these Enigma players out the sky. He gets another one. He might just be able to spam this particular player out as well. On the Cloudburst, and he through the Cloudburst he even gets a frag. The dash is now available for Shooter. Oh, what do the players of Team Enigma do? Antidote in the side, but not the spike. He also might just get taken down, and he is. Shooter, he's on for the ace in a 1 versus 1. But the rotation from RVK is just insane, and the spike goes down on the A side.
Oh goodness, Shooter being an absolute menace, and that quick rotation from RVK might have just saved the round for themselves. As Shooter, he does not have much HP to work with, but he does have that crispy aim and that glowing Champions Vandal, suggesting that he is on a kill streak right now. He is so crazy right now. RVK is gonna give up his position as well. The recon dart is gonna be a distraction for RVK as he is gonna outplay Shooter in that, and just saving the round barely for themselves. Oh, that looked very scary for Enigma Gaming for a second.
What is Team Enigma doing? I'm not completely sure. They're just throwing away some frags, but then still are managing to win out the round. Why cannot these be clean? Again, you look at this. Shooter, he's been given all of these 1v1s, and he'll take it any time of the day. This frag on Eka, alright, was not the best possible thing that could have happened. But then again, just look at that. The players of Team Enigma, they're coming 1 by 1. Just making sure that the trades are not happening. This is something that they need to work upon. Enigma, they're able to at least salvage 6 rounds. Might be the 7th one as well. We'll see about that. The rounds haven't been clean. Daffy, that is something they definitely need to work upon.
Oh, definitely they are. As Xkelly was struggling to take that turret down. A good setup though, but that does not do much, as Xkelly is gonna bait out all those utilities set up towards that hookup position. And well, the drone is gonna come towards this B-long position. King, he has his rendezvous setup. He is looking to take a quick kill and get out of there, but RVK so quick on that trigger right now. And look at this, Excali being the sneaky and a cheeky one, satchels all the way towards that defensive spawn where HSB was using his ultimate, and now it's just a 2v5 and Excali uses his showstopper. This is the last round for him. Shooter managed to just dodge it, but he has that operator and he's gonna be punished. And now a 1v5. Is this doable?
I don't think so. Abdur just has a single sky smoke, no utility, his position is known. How will you just fool these 5 different players? You just basically cannot. You get one, but then RVK is present for the trade. A great half for the side of Team Enigma, where they put 7 on the attacking side on this map of Bind, which should be, according to the books, a defenders oriented map. Team Snake, they were not able to get those rounds for themselves on the board, and now they're struggling the same way that they had an advantage in the previous map.
Well, absolutely. The scorelines are swapped out, suggesting that Enigma Gaming might take it all, and we might actually go to the third map, which will be Ascent, by the way. And well, I would love to see a third map as well. But yeah, but this map still not over yet. And Team Snake will be on that attacking now. Let's see what setups they can do against Enigma Gaming, as their lineup, it is not very attackive, and they can be a bit aggressive, but they will have to rely on a lot of setups and those initial duels.
Pistol is underway. We need to see how do these two teams perform in this pistol. More importantly, for the side of Team Snake, this pistol is going to be very important. If they want to win this map, it has to start with this pistol. Otherwise, their chances are gonna get as slim as the pistol that they're holding. So let's see how does the side of Team Snake take this around about. Raw Fuel right now is just making sure no one comes out of a shower, although his counterpart Jet Shooter might just be the one to peek that angle. So they both of these players, they need to be careful with the shots. King, he has been boosted a bit, and even the molly comes out. 28 HP is all he has left, and Excali, I'm so sorry, gets the frag, and even with the frenzy, manages to take down Soulmate, and the perfect paint shell utilization. Meanwhile, Raw Fuel, he's coming in. Oh, but the shot does not connect. Hika and Raw Fuel, the duo, they were trying to get the frag, but they were not able to. HSB, he just teleports away, tries to get on this B side. RVK ready with the shock dart, throws it out and gets chip damage onto HSB. He's doing great. Till now, but the spike is still not down. HSB needs to plant it out. Shooter trying to hold this push, trying to make sure that no one comes out of the CT region, but RVK pops his head out. He gets taken down, and Hikka from Hookah gets the pick, and Enigma, they put the 8th.
Well, absolutely. Talking about those initial duels, Team Snake, they just struggle to take that A shot position. There is not much they can do, and that incendiary purchase from I believe Antidote, that held them off so much, and that just discouraged them. And well, once again, Fritz, it's gonna be another technical issue that we are struggling today. It is not something that we can be in control of, and we are equally devastated as well. And let's hope it gets resolved soon. As we see,
Oh, these
both the
breaks.
teams-
These breaks are not at all good, Daffy. Come on. The game was getting so interesting. Snakes, if they lose this one out, because Daffy, if they lose this one out, we'll be pushed to a third game. Now, these things, if they keep happening, again, the momentum, the team winning these rounds, the momentum that gets created, it all will just be, in vain. The teams will get a bit of time to reset themselves. This is something that should not happen, but is happening in the past two games. And I hope so it does not happen in the third and the final game if we go to it. But right now, this is something we have to suffer with. Hope so that the teams, they do join in quickly and we get back into the game. But till then, you guys enjoy the highlight. We will be right back as the action starts.
A fine death.
One's ready.
One enemy remaining.
Enemy down.
Teleport's gone.
So
One enemy remaining. Spike. Blocking sight.
Defeated.
Jets grounded.
Out of here.
Kill. Alarm bot out. Got 3.
I can't miss. There they are.
One enemy remaining.
A fine death.
One left standing. Beacon down.
Grounded. 30 seconds left. Eliminate. 3.
No one escapes my sight. No one.
One enemy remaining. Grounded. Got him. Engineer killed. Lock inside. 3.
Farewell. A fine death.
Force ready.
Bye. One enemy remaining. Do not fight. See ya.
Enemy down.
Precise. Message. Grounded.
Teleport's gone.
So
Here comes this. One enemy remaining. Spike. Blocking sight.
down. Defeated.
Jets grounded.
Out of here.
Kill. Alarm bot out. Got 3.
I can't miss. There they are.
One enemy remaining.
A fine death.
One left standing. Beacon down.
Grounded. 30 seconds left. Eliminate. 3.
No one escapes my sight. No one.
One enemy remaining. Grounded. Got him. Engineer killed. Lock inside. 3.
Enemy down.
Precise. Message. Grounded.
Teleport's gone.
So
Here comes the party. One enemy remaining. Spike. Blocking sight.
defeated.
Jet's grounded.
Out of here.
Kill. Alarm bot out. Got 3.
I can't miss.
There they are.
One enemy remaining.
A fine death.
One left standing. Beacon down.
Grounded. 30 seconds. Eliminate. 3.
No one escapes my sight. No one.
Enemy remaining. Grounded. Got him. Engineer killed. Blocking sight. 3.
Farewell. A fine death.
Force ready.
Bye. One enemy remaining. Do not fight. See ya.
Enemy down.
Where's your cam? Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, we faced some technical issues there. Well, we are back, and well, still no news on the players' whereabouts right now, because we are facing a server-side issue right now, and well, we are trying as much as possible, whatever we can, the best to make this match happen, so that we can get on about it, because this is a very important match, don't you think, Fritz?
True, true. Because it's the upper bracket grand finals, if you ask me. The team winning will get themselves a slot in the next game. But finally,
Let's get it.
Daffy, we are underway and the game is going to start. Let's have a look which of the team is going to prevail, because for now, Enigma Gaming, they are at an advantage.
Well, We are going to be back on that match. Oh, raw fuel. Getting those initial pick for the team. All the way from the A towers with that Marshall. Excali is the one that is going to find a follow-up for Enigma Gaming as well. And Team Snake, they do not have a greater purchase going into this round. They will be struggling in that economy department. And Rafael, he is very aware that there's more players toward that shower position.
This position is going to be very interesting. Meanwhile, they're just dry peeking. They're just dry peeking, hoping that the recon might reveal A heaven. But it wasn't. It wasn't. And just because of that, it was just a very, very easy cleanup for Rafael. And Team Enigma, they're able to almost hit double digits. 9, if I'm not wrong, is the number of rounds that they've been able to get. They are playing it out perfectly, the defensive side of the things. Although it was just an eco round for the side of Team Snake, but now comes the buy. Now comes the 5 Vandals. Let's see how do they perform with all of this. Enigma, they're playing that bonus. They have those Spectres, and still we can see raw fuel with the Marshall. Excali, he is just making things a bit more interesting, you know, by finding these boosted spots. He's just sitting over there, making sure he has that off angle while he needs to take a fight. But the action is happening on the other side of the map. It's the B side, which is going to be the side of interest. Yeah, Daffy.
A complete gamble coming from Enigma Gaming here, keeping that control of A completely. That barrier orb from Hika, however, is going to give some information that there are players towards that shower position, and towards that B, there is only one player, which is going to be RVK, who is playing it very safe, just as he should. But as we mentioned it, I think I jinxed his mind and he decided to peek that, and the man advantage now towards Team Snake. And little do Team Snake know that the B side is completely free, and still Enigma Gaming, they're still gambling on this A hit, and maybe it just might pay off if Team Snake decides to go back. They're still playing it very passively.
Oh, Team Enigma right now, Hika again, just making sure that there is no kind of utility that can reveal the position for Hika. But again, the push is on the B side. The B side is all up for the grabs, and that is exactly where the spike is going to go down. The Sova was still present outside that A region, making sure that there is no one in that particular position. But meanwhile, up there where the Molly gets the first frag, he definitely would have heard the players coming into Hookah. He gets the frag. Team Enigma, they are down by 2 players. Retaking the side with 3 players. One of them which has a Marshall. Not gonna be easy at all. Soulmate. Oh, he just gets baited into that peak. And Hika manages to find the frag. But still it's not going to be easy at all. King, he manages to find another one onto raw fuel. Enigma, they're trying to get those trade frags, and they've been able to get some as well. Hika and Attitude, they get one each for themselves. On the HSB finally finding the frags needed. And they close the round. But again, Daffy, look at the damage that the side of Team Enigma have been able to do.
That was big. It was a bonus round for Enigma Gaming, actually. And it did look like it was going all apart for them. Team Snake was doing it comfortably, but mid post-plan scene, it just went sideways for them. It came down to HSB taking those 2 kills for the team and securing the round. Still 6-9 for Team Snake, but the economy is not going to be great going to this round. We'll be short on that utilities as we see them moving towards that shower position where Hika uses his barrier orb, which will be destroyed immediately.
He's just making sure that he can delay as much time as possible if there's multiple players pushing in through showers, which for now is the case. 3 players from showers, 2 from A shot is what the side of Team Enigma have to care about. RVK with the owl drone paving the path for his raise, if I'm not wrong, for Excali to, you know, just try and move forward a bit. But this A hit is something that the side of Team Enigma might need to hold. Shock Blast being thrown by RVK. He's a bit paranoid about the push that might just come in. Although King is slowly walking in. King manages to find the frag onto Hika. RVK goes down, I guess, again. Oh my god, Daffy. This is just not at all great. This is something we hate to see. Again, the server issue coming in. Oh, come on, man. This should not have happened. But yet again, the game has crashed. in front of us, ladies and gentlemen, and there is nothing much that we can do about. The game had started not for more than a round, and there is just a single round that was played, and we are on our brackets. I'll be able to learn these brackets, Daffy, if it comes out one more time. If you ask me which was his third game, I'll be like, yeah, Snakes and Valor, third game. Yeah, man, I remember. I remember. It's just so many times you've seen this bracket now. It's about to get imprinted in my mind. But yes, another round which was seeming pretty interesting just gets completely out of the picture, and we might just be able to replay this one out as well, because this time as soon as the push came in, the players just got disconnected. So I think we might just replay this round, Daffy.
Yeah.
And Team Enigma, they might again have a fair chance at defending their side from the side of Team Snakes.
Well, yeah, since there wasn't much that happened early in the round, I think that round will be replayed, as the players had already disconnected. And well, this is just unfortunate. Just a server-side issue that there's nothing we can do about it. It is on the developer side to get a fix on it, and really hope it gets resolved. As we talk about it, well, Enigma Gaming, Team Snakes, talking about the last round, going very neck to neck. A very good round for Enigma, actually, even though they did not win that round. It all came down to the last player as well. And a bonus round, that is a great bonus round for them. And this was the round that could have mattered. But well, we'll have to wait for a while before we can get on to that.
If I talk to you about Daffy about the grand final, let's make a hypothetical situation at the side of Team Snakes, because they've been able to get the first game. They move into the grand finals and they push Team Enigma to the loser bracket finals. Now, who do you think between Team Truerippers and Team Valor is going to come out on top? Because for me, if you ask me, Truerippers, they've been playing pretty good, pretty damn good in the previous games. So they might have a real chance to face against side of Team Enigma if Team Enigma loses it out today.
Well, yeah, that is definitely very possible. All the teams doing pretty great, and they can catch them all off guard if they can play to their fullest. And well, looking at it, Truerippers and Team that can be a match that can go either way, man. Both the teams very good, and we haven't seen them play each other at all. But looking at the past results, Truerippers might be my favorite for here. And next up, it just might be Enigma going to the loser bracket final. You never know. But well, it could go either way. But definitely from the loser bracket round, I definitely think Truerippers might be the one that will come out on top of Team Valor and have that chance to make it to the grand finals. It's still not going to be easy. By the looks of it, Enigma and Team Snake still look the strongest team, and well, they are more likely to move towards that upper bracket. Well, we'll be right back as technical issues still persist, and well, we'll see you in a while.
Enemy down.
Grounded.
Teleport's gone. So good.
One enemy remaining. Spike blocking sight.
Defeated.
Jets grounded. Got three.
I can't miss.
There they are.
One seconds left. Three.
No one escapes my sight. No one.
Engineer killed. Three.
Farewell. A fine death. All's ready.
One enemy remaining.
Enemy down.
Message. Grounded.
Teleport's gone. So
Here comes the one enemy remaining. Spike. Blocking sight. One enemy remaining.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The technical issues that we were having, I hope, is being resolved now. Well, let's jump back right into the action. The broadcast is live as the round is going to go in. Oh, look at this. RVK. Very creative lineup coming in from all the way from B side, as he's going to get no information though.
Oh, but the lineup was definitely very, very cool, Daffy. Meanwhile, the push is also coming in. Shooter is taking some frags out, but Antitoad, Antitoad right through teleporter gets a triple. All the soulmate will finally put an end to his misery. And Team Snake might be on the verge of getting their very first round, but they still need to tackle RVK. Now, he has been the clutch king for this team, but now with just a Guardian. Can he clutch it out is the main question. Checking each and every nook and corner, making sure no one can be seen in any kind of scenarios. But meanwhile, King, he has taken some shots and he will close it out as well. A very fast round, Daffy, from the side of Team Snake. And yet again, to our surprise, it works. The thing that they did in Icebox and then stopped doing it, they do it right now and it worked for them flawlessly.
Well, yes, definitely. If Team Snakes can be this confident playing this round, they can pretty much do it the whole map as well. It is the biggest strength, the confidence, their raw aim on their on paper does look very superior. If they can capitalize on that and actually make it work, they can easily reverse this and take this map home as well and take the whole match series. But that's the thing, it's Enigma Gaming against the opposition. You need a little of respect, and once you start giving that respect to your opponent, you can't do what you like doing, which is being aggressive and being dominant with that aim. And well, that is something that Team Snake is doing. They're respecting their opponents, and well, it is Enigma Gaming. You should be doing that.
Alright, so let's see now how do both of these teams want to take this game forward. I guess the players, they should be ready for this eco. The side of Team Snake should be an easy round for them by the looks of it, because they all have Vandals. And if you talk about the players of Team Enigma, they're on a Shiko, not that eco, but a Shiko with Sheriffs. So you do need to be careful about the one-tap potential that might come in with the Sheriff of its own. But play together, play as a team. Do not give those individual 1v1 duels that Team Snake is about to give. They're about to take different peaks. If they do that, they'll be in a lot of trouble, and the side of Team Enigma might have that opportunity to capitalize upon it. They're holding for now, HSB, making sure no one pushes A showers. I think for now they're just holding for the pushes, and as soon as they're completely sure that there are no more pushes to be done, they'll regroup and then try to attack a side, which by the looks might just be the A side, Daffy.
It probably will, because we do see two great ultimates that they can use. Team Snake, they have the Killjoy Lockdown and that Sova's Hunter's Fury, and they will be looking forward to using it, if not even played for the post plant. But how do they actually make their way towards the A side, where Antidote with his incendiaries, smokes, and his ultimate as well available on him? How do they stop this Hika? Oh, he's gonna block some way, and they might be caught off guard, but Hika, he does take Shooter down. Shooter is only good for one, but King is there to take him out as well. Now a 3v4 for them. The man advantage still toward Team Snake. The spike is, however, going to go down. Abdur is gonna stay alive. The pain shell not landing quite so. RVK, he loves this angle. Oh, almost doing so much damage onto King, almost taking him out.
Oh, RVK, he has that Sheriff. He's in a 1v3. Won't be able to close it out. Won't be able to close it out. HSB with the final frag. Team Snake, they get another round for themselves. Now they've put Enigma in a difficult position, if you ask me, Daffy. So now these gun rounds for Team Enigma are gonna be very, very important, because if they don't win this particular gun round out, they'll again be forced into that eco for themselves. Rafuel, he has opted to go with that operator, which, if you ask me, is a bold pick right now, because he hasn't been fragging that much that we're supposed to see Rafuel in. So if he gets a frag or two in this position, it will be great for him. But let's see if he's able to hit those shots. A double peek might just be on the cards. Oh, he hits the shot, he gets the damage, but not the pick. But instead, Shooter, through the smoke, manages to find a headshot onto Rafuel. That is just insane. A great pick coming in. Nanoswarm might just allow Soulmate to get the spike down, but that was just an insane pick. Although Excali just disrespecting that Nanoswarm, pushes in forward, gets a pick, and Antidote just holding the smoke. Holding it like anything, and Excali is still going. Excali and Eka, they get those picks. Abdur meanwhile manages to take down Antidote, but in a 1v3, Abdur, what can he do? I don't think so much, because a 1v3 is not what we see Abdur clutching most of the time.
Still not over for him, as he does have the incendiary and a steam beacon that he uses just about now. The resurrection still available on Enigma Gaming if they do decide to use it. A crossfire is set up from them. The spike is down all the way towards the site up there. Making sure he checks all those angles. He's gonna spot Hika over there, but Hika is just gonna desperately spray onto him through that wall, and he's gonna take him out. It did look like Team Snake had that round, but the follow-up kills and the spike didn't even go down. I think the ultimate being invested there was a big play.
Again, from the side of Team Snake, I'm never able to understand this particular team. They took that A side under control. They had that operator down. Instead of pushing in from a shot, they left two players A shower, which is a good thing, not at all bad. But you have two different players from the side of Team Enigma countering that. So instead of, throwing that Nanoswarm and trying to get a plant, you should help them to clear that showers region and then take that fight to your opponents. Instead, they go for that nano swarm plant. They isolate those individual 2v2s that could have been a 3v2 with one man backstabbing them. That not being the case, Enigma, they were very easily able to get that particular frag and the round in as well. Heka gets spotted down but instantly walls off and retreats to a safer place. Soulmate is just making sure that he has a right angle for his teammate. No one pushes in, although there's a wall, so who will be able to push in except for a Jet or a Raze without making a sound. But still, King with that operator just trying to find a cheeky angle. Soulmate shuts down Heka. Shooter gets a pick onto RVK. This should be the round potentially, but you never can count out Team Enigma out of these situations. They are known to get back into the round after these kind of scenarios, Daffy.
Oh, absolutely. There is no way that Team Snake managed to get those early pickups to that B side, granting them the site. And well, the lockdown being invested. This is a big play. Now this will not look for good look for Enigma, as they will be looking to play it safe now. But look at this. Oh, this battle. Oh, this is giving me anxiety right now. King and Rafuel both on that sniper rifle, but Rafuel is gonna flick onto him, and well, it's just not gonna be enough. Still a 3v3 for them, and well, Abdur is gonna get sandwiched, and this positioning from Soulmate might be a do or die, but Shooter needs to get some kills here, and Shooter is gonna be the one who's gonna take them all out. Oh my goodness.
Ah, Shooter with a 4K yet again saves the round. Team Enigma, how do they do it? In a 5v3 retake with the lockdown down, they still are almost able to get the whole round in their favor. The Blaze Storm goes out, they take down Abdur, but they're not able to get rid of Shooter. Shooter just shoots them continuously, and he gets the round done for his team. Snake, they put that 9th one on the board. They're moving towards the double digits.
Oh well, they are looking to tie up the scoreline, and well, Enigma Gaming, they don't have the superior weapons. They are in an eco and oh, Rafuel, he was in a very sneaky position towards that cubby, and well, Antidote is gonna find Shooter there, but the trades are there for him, as we see Team Snake being very aggressive in this round. A change of pace that might have caught Enigma Gaming off guard, and now a 2v4, not much weapons that they can work on. Spike is down, the resurrection still available, but I don't see it being invested in this round. They will be looking to do some economy damage, but I think Team Snake, they have built up quite a credit for themselves to be good for another couple of rounds.
Trying to get information, RVK gets completely denied, and even Abdur sticks a bullet in his head. He just gets taken down. HSB the last. Oh, Enigma's Heka being the last man standing. Turret will give away the position, although the spike is way down. Now it cannot be defused at all, and Heka, he better either save his weapon or go down with the spike. He chooses to go down with the spike and even takes HSB with him. So not a bad thing at all for the side of Team Enigma. They get a double kill in this particular round. One obviously being through the spike, but still Team Snake, they equalize the score of Team Enigma. Finally, I guess this is the first time that they've been able to do that. Equalize the score with the side of Team Enigma after Team Enigma were able to get in the lead. Now let's see, again a buy round coming in, Rafuel with that operator. But let's see if it makes the mark or not.
Well, this is gonna be a round, Fritz, that will determine who is gonna make it till the end. This might be a do or die for both the sides, as the economy, it's not so great, and this is the round. If they take it, it's over for the other side. And well, HSB with that recon, Aldrone and recon, well, oh, Shooter, he needs to be very careful here. RVK struggles a bit, but he's gonna take him out. Excali as well there to take King out, and this is not looking good for Team Snake. Enigma Gaming, very calm, composed. The showstopper being invested by Excali is not gonna find anyone yet, but that creates a lot of space for Enigma Gaming. Still a 3v5.
Although the space wasn't, utilized properly by them. They had that showstopper. They could have posted a man deep inside that shower region, but they decided not to. And because of that, they do not have showers control anymore. But by the looks of it, Team Snakes, they're still trying to contest this A site. And why not? There are just 3 players standing on this site. You can get a 3v3 situation out from this. Make it a 4v3 because you've taken down one of the players. HSB is starting things off. 32 seconds on the clock. Soulmate manages to find an important frag. Now, RDK is very
my
low,
God.
and he goes down to the orbital strike. A perfect execution coming in, although Antidote walking out to heaven gets traded out by HSB in a 1v2. This time, raw fuel with that operator switches out to the Vandal, but is he good enough? He has to be careful about two different angles. The turret is not online, good for him, but HSB, he's still very much there. HSB, he gets that headshot onto raw fuel. Although a wall bang headshot down to 31 HP from behind comes up door. Snakes, a 3v5 situation. They put it in their favor and put Team Enigma again in a very tough spot where they need to decide to either buy or let this one go.
What did just Enigma Gaming do here? They had the man advantage, 2-man advantage, and those 2 pickoffs coming in was just so crucial, and the ultimate available on Abdur just cleared out the U-Haul's position. Oh, this is just so silly to watch right now. And Enigma Gaming, they might have just given up this match series.
Oh, meanwhile, Antidote, you cannot break that. You cannot break that. That's a recon stuck in your face, buddy.
He's gonna break the face of HSB.
He said, you put a recon in my face, I'll put a bullet in you. And that is what Antidote does for you. Oh man, that shot was just insane. And he puts his team in that advantage. Maybe a heal. Come on, Hika. Put that heal into Antidote because he has just hit a crazy shot. Meanwhile, Excali, he's still looking that A shot, just making sure no one walks up and surprises him and his team. Team say they potentially should still very much get the round because of the weapon advantage that they have. They can regroup on a particular area. They can try to push it out and then play on that retake against those sheriffs. Shouldn't be difficult at all. And even Enigma, they don't have those round changing abilities. Although you do have do have that resurrection available, but that's just going to be it. A paint shell being thrown in, but just look at that shooter. Pushes in, takes down RVK. Although still this side is not clear because you still have Hika present in U-Haul. The spike is gonna go down. Abdur planting it out at triple boxes. The shooter waiting out patiently for any kind of aggression that comes out through U-Haul. He gets spotted down by a boom board, almost gets busted down. He has to be careful about these satchels also. Meanwhile, Soulmate gets the single, gets the second one. Antidote looking for anything that he can get. But King is holding that particular angle and so is Soulmate. So a wide swing is already off the card. Soulmate gets the third one in the name of Antidote. Oh, it's just Heka left. He also goes down. A perfect round for the side of Team Snake. They needed this one and they've been able to get themselves to the match point.
Oh well. Team Snake's playing it very safe, even though the first initial pick from Antidote towards HSB was so crucial. They did not have that weaponry advantage either, and for a second I thought it might be a thrifty run and the score lines might be tied again. But Team Snake, they played it very carefully and they played it very smart. They just wanted to make sure that Enigma Gaming aren't trying anything aggressive or anything cheeky, and as soon as they saw that it was not happening, they decided to regroup and move towards that shower position, and that's how I got those opening picks. And well, the success to the round, making it match and series point Fritz. One round away from making it to the phase 2 of this Grand Slam.
Just one round is what separates the two teams from a win and loss. And even the qualification, a timeout being called by YP. Bit too close maybe, but he's known for these. He's known for these, and if Enigma is able to get this round in their bag, they'll definitely have that upper hand moving into round number 24. But this round right now, right here, is gonna be the most important thing. It's gonna be the most important round because if Team Enigma, they make even the slightest bit of mistake which costs them the round, will definitely haunt them if they're not able to qualify through the lower brackets. Excali. He's just holding this A showers region. He's getting a bit concerned because of these nano swarms, but he's still holding. And just look at, they're just playing the contact peak with Antidote. He knows that he can definitely get this particular thing in his own control, and Excali with the boom pot will make sure that all of that angle is completely clear. Enigma, they regain Showers control.
Now, this is what we would love to see from Enigma Gaming, contesting those positions. Because consistently, we have seen Team Snakes making their way towards the shower and allowing them to hit A side from both of those choke points from A shot and shower. Well, this time they have contested that A shower and they are deciding to have that control, but Team Snakes, they have already made their way towards B. Hika has walled off Hookah, but RVK being very careless. But Hika is going huge, but Shooter is there immediately. That trades him out, and well, a 3v4 still, and the lockdown is available on Soulmate. If he manages to use this, this might be the end of Enigma Gaming.
You should run.
Oh, but that's the side take is coming in. Excali gets one, but Abdur, he has been able to trade it out in terms of raw fuel. The lockdown is down, so that is something Team Enigma needs to respect. The two players standing from Team Enigma, the spam comes in, it hits the player, the damage is there, but HSB manages to fight Excali, and Shooter will get the job done as well. After a long 2-map series, Daffy, we finally have the winners, and that is gonna be Team Snakes taking it 2-0 in this BO3 series and moving to the grand finals.
Oh goodness, what a matchup from both the teams, and it is Team Snakes that does come out on top. The lead was 9-5 for Enigma Gaming, if I'm not wrong. And well, Team Snake just coming back into this map. On that attacking side, I did not see them making a greater move and being a better team on that attacking side, considering their composition, Agent Comp. And well, they have done so, and they have proved us wrong in that department. Well, just me actually, you were right. So well, Team Snake are going to be the first team that will be making their way towards that phase 2, but the grand finals is still there, where they can possibly face Enigma Gaming again, or it might be one of those underdogs in the team that will be making their way from the lower bracket, where Team Valor and Truerippers will be the ones that will be battling it out next, which will be happening tomorrow. But yeah, right now it's Team Snake's moment. The Pakistani sole representative in this tournament, absolute beast. So well played, and they take it 2-0. It wasn't even all 3 maps, it went all 2-0. Bind was even in the pick of Enigma Gaming, and well, they are the ones that come out on top.
I still think in both of the games, somewhere Daffy, the timeouts that were taken, the technical thing that happened, somewhere in the middle, definitely Team Enigma lost their way. And that definitely was perfectly capitalized from the side of Team Snakes. But yes, guys, that was it for today. I hope so you guys did enjoy the show, because it was a 2-0 score line. So would love to see how will now they perform in the lower bracket, because now the game between Truerippers and Team Valor is going to be the game which is going to be of the most importance. They know the winner, the winner will know that they'll have to face against Team Enigma, close this one out to get themselves the phase 2 slot. Team Enigma, they'll still have another chance in the lower bracket finals, but which team is it gonna be? That thing, we're gonna know it after tomorrow, Daffy.
Yes, absolutely. But still, that is a match that we will have to look forward till tomorrow. Well, taking a quick highlight towards this map. Well, it started out as a very equal battle. Both the teams playing pretty well initially, and it was Team Snakes that got the momentum in the end, and they took it to 5-2. And after that, it just fell all apart for them, and Enigma Gaming just making a comeback into that half and getting consecutive rounds actually. And well, those technical pauses might have actually done might have taken a big toll on that mental. Actually, it does. As a player, you know, you're trying to play a game and there's something that limits you from playing it, that takes a big mental toll, and it might have gone in their heads. But yeah, still looking at both the teams, looking at how they're approaching this map, very interesting to see. Both the teams are very good at the attacking side. Defense still very flawed, and it's something that they can definitely always work towards. And well, this round itself, oh, it was so close. Soulmate almost had it, so crispy with his aim. And even this Soulmate, this sneaky deploying that nano swarms early on, suggesting that they have no information towards A side, that forced them to not check that corner. And Soulmate gets 2 kills. But the follow-up wasn't there for Team Snake, and they were not able to close that round out. It was just an Enigma show. They took all the way to 7 rounds. And well,
They tried their level best in the attacking, if you ask me. Enigma, they played the attack pretty well, but it was just it after that. They got they got a couple of rounds while defending as well. But then came I don't know from where the confidence came in for the side of Team Snake, but that was just it. Even Shooter, he was playing so brilliant from the very first half that he was already chimed in when it was time to attack, and he was making things happen for himself. So definitely a great game coming in. Enigma, sometimes or the other, they were able to get some rounds here and there. But as soon as the half switched, after that 9-8 scoreline, if I'm not wrong, Taffy, it was just a one-way street. It was just a one-way street where Team Snake, they were just running away with the game, and that is exactly what happened. Even in this particular pistol round, it was a great attempt from the side of Team Snake, were not able to get it, although they then redeemed themselves in the round that they had Phantoms and the Vandals to play with, and they were able to, win that particular round. HSB, when the time needed, he came in, he stepped up. When Shooter was required, he gets some 4Ks for himself. And he had been a very big pain for the side of Team Snake. Again and again, he was making some short plays, which was, just irritating the side of Team Snake. But finally, they were able to get over it, and they were able to put those 13 rounds on the board.
well, absolutely. Looking at the scoreline, it was 9-5. Enigma Gaming had 4 rounds advantage. This was a round that could have gone easily for Enigma, but well, they did bring it back. It looked like Snakes had a lot control of A side already, but that Shower's position that they had locked down was so crucial, and those picks coming from all the players was so important. And this round, especially Shooter going huge for the team, and it's just all individual plays over there, and teams just capitalizing on that. And the scoreline was tied up. It looked like it could have gone either way, but this round was so important that it could have gone in the battle of economy. It would have been the decider on who has the greater purchase. Is probably going to close out the round. But for a while, I thought it might be a thrifty round when we saw Antidote take that early pick towards HSB after being tagged with that recon dart in the face. But well, it was all Team Snake show, and they managed to close it out. Not losing much round, actually. Just I think after being 9-5 down, they only lost 1 round, and they just pulled it back 8 rounds in a row.
Oh, this is something that they did in the map of Icebox as well. They were able to, just constantly thread rounds for themselves and get into the game. And because of it, they're able to, close this series out in a 2-0 fashion. The Jet being the MVP for the side of Snake, 26 frags for Shooter. He was just playing out of his mind on this map. And he is going to be the match MVP as well at the same time. Soulmate, he just complemented his Jet so perfectly. Even though being the Killjoy, definitely you need another agent when you're just playing a single duelist setup. You need another agent to, step up, help your team with. After that entry, you definitely have a lot of heavy lifting to do. That was being done by Soulmate and HSB. Shaka came in with great support. King, when the time came, he also hit some brilliant shots and helped his team secure those rounds. On the side of Team Enigma, they look pretty damn comfortable for the first half an hour, if you ask me. But after that, after the third technical timeout, if I'm not wrong, it all went south for the side of Team Enigma. Excali, he definitely led the pack, 20 frags for himself. As a race, he played brilliant, but somewhere in between raw fuel. He was not able to connect those operator shots perfectly, because if he did, the scoreline could have been a bit different. But that was not the case in Team Enigma. They fall short by 3 rounds, and Team Snakes, they take it home. They get themselves a slot to the grand finals.
Well, definitely. Even if you look at the defensive side of Enigma Gaming, the thing is raw fuel. Even there were only a couple rounds that he actually got the credit to invest into an operator, and there was not much he can do about it. He was instantly getting punished. The early pick from Shooter, where he did tag Shooter in the leg, but Shooter was alive, and somehow Shooter managed to take him down as well. So Team Snakes constantly pressuring that economy situation and putting Rafael out of position when he was on that operator was so crucial, giving zero space to play around that operator, and that might have just done the job for them. Keeping that operator out of the play is crucial when you are on the attacking side of Bind. And well, that might have been one of the biggest factors that Enigma Gaming couldn't do so great in this defensive half. And well, that has slandered them into going in this lower bracket, on where they will be facing the winners of Team Valor and Truerippers. That'll be a battle that'll be played out tomorrow. We still have to wait for that. That is going to be an amazing battle as well. Team Valor and Truerippers, we haven't seen them play each other out. What do you think? What are we expecting? Is that going to be a close matchup as well, or is it going to be a one-man sided game?
Oh, Valor, if you ask me, after the first game defeat that they were the team to be pushed in the lower bracket very early on in the game. And since then, they have been able to get 2 victories for themselves against formidable opponents. So you cannot, predict about Team Valor right now. They can be here up top, or they might just get eliminated very early on, like 13-5, 13-6, 2 games out of the tournament. So Valor, they're so unpredictable. On their map pick, they're very strong, but if they're not able to get those initial rounds for themselves, initial momentum for themselves, they can be completely thrown out. Truerippers, in their comparison, is a consistent team. They know how to play. They know how to get back. They have tons of experience and the synergy now as well. Tons of synergy amongst themselves because they have been playing for a very long period of time together. So definitely, Truerippers is gonna be a team to watch out for. I would love to see how do they battle against Team Valor, because if they do want to, fight it out against Team Enigma, they need a convincing victory against the side of Team Valor. Because if Team Valor is able to put up a great fight, Enigma might just crush the side of Team Truerippers or Valor. Anyone who comes in front of them, they definitely are. They definitely will be in for a beating. So we might see again these 2 teams fight it out in the grand finals in the BO5. But let's not make any assumptions, because still Team Truerippers and Team Valor, one of the teams is going to come in and fight against Team Enigma for that final spot.
Well, absolutely. Well, there is one point that we can take into reference to compare both the teams and how they will perform. Team Valor, Truerippers, they haven't faced each other out, but however, they have faced Team Snakes in the last bracket. So Truerippers, the last battle that they had with Team Snake, absolutely thrashed, right? 2-0. First map was pretty close. Icebox. It was being picked by Team Snake, but the second map, Breeze, was completely taken out from them. And well, Team Valor, when they first faced Team Snake, it went to all 3 maps, if you remember. It went down to the Bind map, which happened in overtime battle. It went to 15-17 as well. So it was a map that could have gone either way. And it did look like Team Snake were struggling a lot, even in the first map. Second map was an absolute one-man show. From Team Snake, it was 13-4 for them, and they absolutely thrashed them. And well, the third map, it could have gone either way. It was more close than the match we saw today. And well, by the looks of it, by on paper, it does look Team Valor might be a stronger team here, but it will all come down to the veto on what the comfortable pick will be for them. And well, we look at the brackets. Enigma Gaming will be moving towards that loser bracket finals. They still have one more chance to make it back to the grand finals and secure themselves a spot towards that phase 2 of this Grand Slam. But before that, loser bracket round number 3, where Truerippers and Team Valor will be battling out tomorrow at 1 p.m. This is a battle that we'll have to look out for. On paper, well, as I mentioned it, Team Valor does look strong, but it all comes down to who will have a better day.
Oh yes, let's see Team Valor versus Truerippers. As you said, a BO3 that will be conducted tomorrow, hopefully without any of the technical issues that we faced today. Hopefully those won't be faced by any of the teams. But yes guys, that was it for today. Let me know in the chat section as well. Let us know in the chat section who do you think is going to be the opponents for the side of Team Enigma. And the most important question, will Team Enigma be able to book themselves a slot in the grand final and hence in phase 2? Because that is going to be the bigger question in between all of these two. Because Truerippers and Team Valor, That's a lower bracket game that will decide who will face out against Team Enigma. Enigma, the way that they played today, if the timeouts wouldn't have been there, we could have expected a different result. And if not completely entirely in their favor, we could have at least had that third map, Daffy. So this is something I would love to see, a game without all these technical pauses, without all these technical things happening in between. Truerippers versus Valor. Oh, Truerippers definitely do have the odds in their favor, but some statistics that you did tell us, Daffy, it somewhere shows that Valor, they might have a good chance as well. They will be in this game for a 60-40 or maybe a 65% of my math is very weak, 55-45 chances coming in for both of these teams. But yes, okay, not at 1 p.m, but this game is going to take place at 2 p.m. between Valor and Truerippers. Again, 1 hour difference should not be a big deal for you guys. Just make sure you have subscribed to the channel, so as soon as we go live, either Hindi or English, the language which you're comfortable in, as soon as you go live, you get the notifications, you get to know that yes, Team Valor and Truerippers, both of the teams are up against each other to fight it out against Team Enigma finally. Where's Daffy? Oh, this is going to be an interesting game.
I'm really looking forward to it. We'll be back on that caster desk again tomorrow. Well, it is 2 p.m. as you mentioned it. Sorry for the misinformation, but here we are with the correction. It's going to be 2 p.m. tomorrow. And well, I'm so excited to see both of these teams battle it out for a spot going forward in this Grand Slam. I have absolutely loved how these teams have played. These are the teams that are coming in the rise of South Asian scene, and it is absolutely wonderful to see both the teams working so hard towards it. And well, this might be their proving ground. Well, this is the time that they show us what they are capable of, whether they are capable of taking those top teams in the region. It is going to be Enigma, one of them, and it's going to be Team Snakes. And where, if they manage to take one of them down, any of them down, is they have to take Enigma first down.
Yes,
They do manage to do it. Any of these teams, well, they'll be facing another 2 top tier teams, which will be Global Esports and Velocity Gaming, which will be battled out in the end of this month. If I'm not wrong, the schedules are still not out
We'll
yet,
see.
but yeah, the matches phase 2 of this Grand Slam will happen pretty much in the end of this month. So we're looking really forward to that as well.
For sure. But yeah, guys, that was it for today. I hope so you guys did enjoy. And if there are any positive or negative feedbacks that you do have for either me or Daffy for casting purposes, you can always check our Instagram handles. That is just down under our name below. But yeah, guys, that was it for today. I hope to see you soon tomorrow as well at 1 hour later. But yes, we'll see you soon tomorrow. Till then, take care. Bye-bye and peace out.
Well, I think Fritz, the production team doesn't want us to go just
Oh,
yet.
okay.
So we might have to do.
We'll
a
talk
little
about
bit
it.
more.
hmm We'll talk
So,
about the game between Team Valor and Truerippers a bit more then, because again, Truerippers and Team Valor, the two teams, they are just gonna be on their heads each again and again. Map picks is something I would love to see from them, because generally, what do we see from Valor? They like to ban the map of Icebox.
they
True
do.
Rippers, they played the map of Icebox, although they don't, entirely love that map. So that is something I would like to see, the map bans coming in. But then again, the pick of Yoru, the pick of Neon, something that I don't think so we might see. There's just a single person chance that we might see those particular two agents being utilized. That might be very slim, but still, I hope that we might see these two agents being picked tomorrow, or at least, if not tomorrow, then in that BO5, in the grand final BO5. But because at that time we won't have anything to lose. But yes, this time now I think production has told us yes, it's time now. We can definitely say our goodbyes. So yes, guys, we'll meet you tomorrow at 2 p.m.
Yes.
for the game between Team Valor and Truerippers.
So goodbye, guys. We'll take your leave. We will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.